I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are Kentucky Fried Critics.
Got another one. Roll the music.
Episode 45? 45.
45, yes. We
both-
need to keep better track.
We need like a whiteboard behind us.
We need a big
and
one.
just so that way when we start, we can write it there and
write
just
it
look
there.
at it constantly and be like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
We'll
it.
put a
That's
couple
right.
of pieces of information up there for us. On that note, let's go ahead and get into our socials, get those knocked out of the way so that way we can get into the movie.
Yep, so anybody who's new can find us.
That's right.
Talk to us.
Try to get through
comment, subscribe.
Try to get through these as quick as we can.
All right,
too.
go. I'm going to sit here silently.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not going to do nothing.
Well, and none of it's as bad as like I usually say, because if you noticed in the last one, I even I edited it down to like 3 minutes. So by the time we got to the part to where I was like, I know that took us a while. I was like, well, that really didn't, did it?
No,
Maybe I should have taken that line out too. All right, so it's socials. Like I was
Socials,
saying.
yeah, there we go.
I said it and I went off.
Yep, off on a tangent.
Yeah, so we'll hit the meta 3, the first ones. Again, I keep saying that. I tried to do good on Threads for like 2 weeks. I've not posted since those 2 times I tried.
It's their own damn fault.
Well, they've got like that character limitation, which causes a problem because I'm a little wordy when I do our episode release information.
Yeah,
That
but we do have one.
Yeah, we have one. It's there. If you want to find us, if you want to message us there, I'll get that. I'll know. If you want to reach out to us, we're there. Well, there's a presence. Before we forget, all of the meta ones you're gonna find us at Kentucky Fried Critics, all lowercase, no hyphens, no spacing, no ats. Well, no ats and slashes. I almost messed that up. There's an at or a slash. It all depends on which website you're on.
Yeah, which one
you'll
you're going
figure it
to.
out. That's how those websites work. That's just how the handles are. You'll see it. You'll know. When you type in Kentucky Fried Critics, you'll see us. And I have at least gone as far as to update our profile picture everywhere. So it is the Riddick Rat. Like
nice.
if you are looking for us and you type it in and you don't see the nice beautiful Riddick Rat, you are at the wrong one.
Yeah, you're
it's
at
that
the
easy.
wrong place.
It's that easy now. Same thing for when we get to YouTube. Our next one. Good segue.
Right.
Because I also updated the profile picture there. So now if you are new and you're finding us by hearing this somewhere else and you want to find us on YouTube and you go there, if you don't see a beautiful Riddick Rat logo
so cute.
picture,
Look at him.
then you know you're on the wrong one.
It's the wrong place, man. You got to look for our cute little mascot, man.
And YouTube is the reason why we
call him
use it,
the Riddick Rat
because we absolutely used to hate this. Someone else
used to annoy the piss
someone
out of
else
us.
already had.
It was the one that was different and stood
Someone
out
else
from all
had
of them.
Kentucky Fried Critics already, so we couldn't use that one there. And we're just too lazy to change them everywhere else. So it's at a point now where it is just, we've embraced this. It is what it is. We've got 2 mascots now because of it.
Yeah.
We've got our original. We've got the Riddick Rat. We're leaning heavy into the rat right now. We'll probably go back to the other one.
Who did like a cute rat?
Well, we went like, 10 months? I mean,
Yeah.
we went hard. And then we just want to honor the fact that we got fan art.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
real.
mean?
One of our fans drew that.
And-
So comment on the picture. Tell him how good he did.
And so since we have it, obviously we want to use it.
Yeah, we're going to use it.
Especially because it means so much to us. Again, if you weren't a listener already at the time, as a friend of mine, that does not diminish the fan artness of it all. He did indeed do this because he listens to us and loves what we're doing. And so I just wanted to be able to be like, look, dude, that's dope. I love that my friend made this. And
Yeah, so we're going to show fucking everybody too.
we're going to use it as our picture. And that's how you can find us
over
right now.
on our YouTube channel, the KFC Riddicks.
Look at that, Bo, stealing it from me now.
I did. I
He
snatched
knew I
it.
was getting wordy for a change, and he was like, I'm going to make sure we get this finished.
I had to circle back to it.
All right. But so that one, like he said, that's our YouTube. That's where you can find us. And so the official website is youtube.com/at KFC Riddicks.
There you go.
Because again, if you
really
search,
want to type all that
well,
in.
if you search Kentucky Fried Critics, you'll still find us.
Yeah.
We actually are active.
Yeah,
as to the other people,
as the
and
other
so, like,
people haven't been for like
it doesn't,
15 years.
So it doesn't matter that we don't have that official one. If you search, for
we're the
those
one that
words,
has a bunch of stuff on it.
We're the one that comes up because we are the ones that are active. Plus, again, now you'll know us because if you type that in and you're like, I wonder which one. If you see the one with the rat,
That's us.
you found it.
Come join us, other rats.
That's right.
We'll watch movies, drink beer, and talk about them.
That leads us directly to our next one, which is our website. It's our hub. It's where you can find all of the things we've mentioned, plus the actual downloads from Acast, the people who host for us. You can find us on all of the other podcast playing apps.
Yeah,
I always
we're
feel weird. Like, I'm
everywhere.
like, I don't know how to word that. Podcast apps, podcast players, podcast playing apps. You get what I mean? It's weird. Libraries, podcast library. I don't know what to say. We are in most places. If you are listening to podcasts,
You can probably find us.
if you search, you'll probably get us.
Yeah.
But Acast also, the website has our socials, as in the website socials link there. It also has our personal socials. Some of them, if you wanted to find us there, you can also look for us there. It is just the place that you can find all of the information that's available and more, minus the posts. So
then we got the
email. This is the last one.
Last one.
You can also find this on our website. But again, if for some reason the only place you hear us is here, you don't ever interact with all these places where you can see what it is.
Right.
We want to make sure you can comment out to us. Reach out to us.
Reach out.
The email is kentuckyfriedcritics@gmail.com. This
is our suggestion box.
It's the place to reach out and tell us things.
Movies, beer, liquors, fun cocktails and things.
Possible suggestions for our movie list that we're going to be doing.
We're marching toward 50 and we're going to do a special thing.
On 50, probably take a little break for probably 2 weeks, because then we can come back and officially say we're a year. We're going to cheat ourselves. But we have also not taken any breaks in 50 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, technically more than that, because you guys don't realize this, but me and Bo,
we did like 3 months.
3 months
setup.
worth of prep work where we still dedicated the same amount of time. Like, so every week we would meet, if anything more, right? Like,
yeah.
because at that time it was 2 times a week for 3 to 4 hours a week. So we put in prep work.
Planned a lot of this, and
so we've been hard at this
and shit
for over a year already, and we're just giving ourselves 50 is a good round number.
Nice round
It's
number.
2 episodes away from saying a year's worth of episodes, which I'm fine with being like, well, we're gonna wait.
Yeah, we took a vacation.
Yeah, exactly. We took a 2-week vacation.
Yeah,
and we'll come back with tricks. Literally, we know this confidently now.
Yeah, we're
not going to tell people anything.
Learned some stuff,
but we have learned things that should help us. Our episodes sound even better. They already sound, I think.
Yeah, I think they sound pretty good.
But we should hopefully have that extra that hump out
for
of the
all
way.
you audiophiles. We're going to have a poll
of
movies coming up for the 50th episode. You guys vote on which one you want us to do, and we'll have a nice little
it's like a
anniversary special.
Freebie episode for us.
You guys
you don't have to worry about a beer.
No.
Don't worry about if your idea is something that you're like, I don't think they can come up. This is the freebie. All we're looking for here is movies. So if you think
what movie you guys want
if you're
us to
a
talk
fan
about?
and you've been thinking to yourself, I know a movie, but there's no way they're ever going to find something to drink. Now's your chance.
Yeah,
pitch
message
the movie.
us
Pitch
however
the
you
movie
can.
to us. We definitely need to go ahead and wrap that up. I think we're good on all of our socials now. Go ahead and get ourselves into the episode here. You mentioned last time, what are we drinking? Go ahead and
drinking,
refresh their memories.
The North Coast Brewing Company's Old Rasputin's Russian Imperial Stout.
And it is stout.
Yeah, it's stout. It's 9%. We ain't had a 9% in a while.
And it's like stout.
It's black.
It's a nice dark.
It's black as Rasputin's heart.
Yeah, this is a thick, bitter, got that nice coffee smell to it. Coffee/dark chocolate.
Mine's still there.
This is delicious.
It's awesome.
We'll tell you guys some more. Not going to get too carried away. I'm trying to get ourselves back on track.
Back to where we wait to the end.
And to save the most of it. Sometimes we get
when we get
carried
excited.
away. Well, yeah, like the last few. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. We were very excited.
They were good.
This is good, and I'm not trying to say it's not exciting. I'm just trying to help us get back on track, guys.
We'll tell you how good at the end.
That's right. But so
after 2 or 3.
So what movie are we doing? I'm gonna let you do this. This is yours. This is
my
you
pick
all the way through. This is a great movie, though.
So it's Rasputin, right?
We got a lot of places it could have gone.
I know, man.
Technically,
but the best Rasputin was from Hellboy.
It's good.
He was, and then he turned into the big Cthulhu monster at the end.
Yeah, Squid face.
Or
alt squid. I don't know.
Alt squid. I don't know. It's great, but
squid like
some fucking fantastic Ron Perlman, man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I loved this fucking movie when it came out.
It's a great one.
I went and saw it like 5 times with my friends. It was awesome.
I definitely remember seeing it in theaters. I remember watching it a lot, like renting it, and you know, when it came out, and just being like, "Oh fuck yeah, we're gonna watch this."
Just
Like
bought
3
it
more
on
times.
DVD and just threw it on and stuff.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Good enough that I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the sequel to this one. I have never watched the remake.
I haven't either. I haven't seen the sequel or the remake.
The sequel's okay.
I've heard, but it didn't.
It's cool.
I missed it in the theater, and then it never saw it anywhere.
The sequel is all Doug Jones.
Nice.
In the part, you know, it's his voice too. We'll get it.
Oh, cool.
That's a good segue for us to go ahead.
Nice. Hell yeah. They actually used his voice.
Yeah. So it's a good segue for us to go ahead and do some of our
casting and stuff.
So that way people know. Again, we've already mentioned
Ron Perlman is Hellboy.
Iconic.
Yeah, the Hellboy.
Well, and we can't mention this. Like, lots of people today know who Ron Perlman is. I'm confident in that.
Yeah.
They're all going to be like, oh, Sons of Anarchy, or they're going to mention this, or they're going to mention other modern things. But to me, the reason why he worked so well for Hellboy is because he was in the Beauty and the Beast TV show.
I remember that.
Prosthetics on. He's just already good at prosthetic work.
Yep.
Right? And so for people who don't know, for the younger fans that we have, because we know you're out there.
Yeah, you know
we see our analytics.
Yeah.
We know some of you skew, not like crazy younger, but we definitely get some.
In their 20s and shit.
Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Google this right now.
I feel like it's on Tubi. You can watch it.
You can find it somewhere for sure. He was in it was like a romance show.
Yeah, it was like a romance TV
show. It was like a Fabio style Danielle Steelbook, but TV show, right? Like our moms watched it. This was not something.
You had the one TV in the house.
So you were just like, oh, well, I guess it's kind of cool. There's a lion. Dude.
Yeah, hey, it's Beauty and the Beast. I liked that cartoon, but this
was not. This was literally, it was different.
Cheesy romance.
Oh, yeah. Horrible.
Poor Ron Perlman. He did his best with it's the script, man.
The prosthetics. So again,
the makeup was great.
He was the Beast, and in this story, again, I can't tell you what most of it is. I was a small child.
I remember
only half interested.
Boring as shit.
Yeah,
I liked the
visuals
makeup,
were great, right? Yeah. So again, I can't really tell you anything, but I know that in this version, again, the Beast himself is definitely like a lion. He is definitely like mostly a lion, guy. And again, he's
in a nice blue suit.
As a 5 to 9 year old, given the gap
area,
for us,
early 90s.
Yeah. So as a 5 to 9 year old, as we were, obviously we were just like, that's kind of dope. Yeah, that dude's a lion.
That dude's a fucking lion. I don't particularly care about anything else.
We're not talking cowardly lion.
No,
because again, this is still Ron Perlman underneath that. But yeah. I can't not mention that if we're going to talk about this movie.
Oh yeah, so
because I feel like that's why he's so good, right?
Yeah. So if you want to see some early,
check it out.
So you want to see what Perlman had to like suffer through to get to where he is. Go watch this shit. It's bad. It's not his fault.
Next, we'll hit obviously as someone who was like a teen boy around the time this came out. We got Selma Blair.
Yeah.
She was like one of those it girls at the time. You know, she was in a whole bunch of TV shows. She was in a bunch of movies. She was there
everywhere.
She was pretty hot.
Yeah, she was one of the early 2000s like hot girls
for sure. And so like it was like, damn, all right,
hell yeah, man.
And now she's got fire powers. She is like
our fire.
She's like our modern day fire starter.
Yeah.
Even though she hates that.
She hates pyromania. Pyrokinesis.
Yeah.
Sounds like some kind of mental illness.
Sorry, I said pyromaniac.
I'm a pyromaniac.
They're very different
completely different thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to burn things. Yeah. I do.
And she doesn't like that she can so easily do it on accident.
I wish I could.
Also, we have to mention the great John Hurt.
Yes.
Amazing.
The War Doctor.
I was going to say we can't talk about John Hurt and not mention the Doctor Who reference, because again, that is one of the best surprise like Doctor Who like things
it
ever.
Is.
Like when they were like, oh, there's a whole Doctor nobody knew about.
Oh, dude, I love that part where he like picks up the blaster thing and like sprays it on the wall. No more and shit. Oh, that was badass. Love John Hurt.
Gallifrey Falls.
Falls no more.
Again, you already heard me also mention the name Doug Jones. For the people that don't know, Doug Jones, he plays Abe Sapien, the fish guy.
Who's
the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah.
Or Black Lagoon. Blue Lagoon's the other one. He is very much, this is a fish guy for sure.
Yeah. Lives in a big tank.
I mentioned him earlier. Like I said, in this one, it's not fully Doug Jones.
No,
right?
he's just the guy in the makeup.
He's in the suit. He's the guy that's actively moving on screen, and
that's what he does mostly. Is like
that's definitely, especially by when this movie came
work.
out. When this one came out, certainly you definitely mainly
was this
just
before
knew
or after Pan's Labyrinth.
It's I don't know
around
for that
the same time.
Yeah. But this is after Hocus Pocus because he's
Billy.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I mean, like we all know him.
Yeah, we know you know Doug Jones even if you don't know him, right?
Yeah, but and in modern day, he's been in the most recent Star Treks, and again, it's his voice he gets to use. This was one of the first times where there started to be that push for him to actually, because again, like you think Hocus Pocus, there's no talk.
No, not really. He gets like 2 lines.
Right? Pan's Labyrinth.
No, nothing.
Right? So you get the point. Like he used to be a guy that you just called because the physique.
Yeah, and he was like a mime.
And he could move real creepy and weird, different than a person. If you needed something that moved awkwardly.
He makes monsters come to life.
For this movie, it's him, and to his credit, literally, like if you go to IMDb, if you go to other places to look this up, you won't find anything else. You'll find Doug Jones. You're not David Hyde Pierce, who is Niles from Frasier. Like, I mean, this is an actor. Again, he's Wet Hot American Summer. You've seen him in things. He is a guy you definitely know.
He's got that pompous voice
he's good at it.
He's really good at it.
He is the voice in this one. But again, like I said, he when he was done was like, I didn't do the hard work.
Yeah, you guys didn't need me.
That guy did the work.
He did just fine. Like I heard the dailies where he was doing the lines on set. He was
when they
great.
got to 2, literally nobody knows, but everybody is just under the assumption they went to David and he was like, no.
Yeah. No, he can do it. I don't see why you need me. He's a great actor, right? And then why he probably got Saru and they just let him be Saru, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this was a big stepping stone.
No bullshit voiceover shit. Just let Doug Jones. I love Doug Jones.
After this, we only got like one more person from the main cast that needs to be mentioned because that's it for the main cast, and then we'll hit obviously our couple of villains, and then I think we can move forward. And so our main cast member that's left is going to be John Myers' character, who is played by Rupert Evans. He is I don't know. I don't really know this guy. I'm not trying to be mean towards him.
No, he was great, but did you feel like Tom Hanks' son could have played this role really good?
I don't know if the year would have lined up right. But I do agree, like that's the character type. The kind of guy that he usually plays is the character type that would have been perfect. This guy didn't play it quite
I had
as
actually,
well.
like before I rewatched it here, it had been so long, I had kind of tricked myself into thinking it was him for a little while until I was like, oh, it's not. Damn it, I remembered that wrong. Right, all right, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta go.
Continue. We need the villains. The reason for the beer. We need the villain.
Yeah. So again, we chose this movie because Old Rasputin. And so that means obviously our villain, because you can't have Rasputin and him not be your primary villain, and if you are, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you did it wrong.
He obviously has to be the primary.
Well-known old magician.
And he is the kind of evil that should be primary, right?
Big dick, mystic, right? From the epic rap battles.
But so yeah, we've got Rasputin, and Rasputin is played by Carol Roden. I'm sure I'm saying this. I'm butchering it. I'm sure it's a Russian or German name.
German sound. It's one of those. We're Americans. Sorry.
Carl, maybe.
Carl.
But there's definitely an E between the R and the L.
Carl?
You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
Jarrell?
Let's move forward. Again,
Is he from Krypton?
Right now, we're just hitting these people. Let's just move forward. So yeah, he is Rasputin. He is our main villain. He is definitely dark, evil,
and bald.
Mystic, magic.
And very bald.
You would be if you're alive that long. Sooner or later, you just get tired of dealing with hair.
Yeah,
right?
just fucking.
You just be like, God, it's so much easier.
I'm tired of trying to keep up with the hair trends.
Right? You're just like, if I get rid of it,
fell out.
Life is easy, right? Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, I'm tired of it.
At some point, maybe not right away. Maybe it takes longer. But I mean, you would at some point just be like, fuck this, I'm done.
Well, he dies and comes back a lot, so maybe each time just less and less hair.
Yeah, there's plenty of reasons. Maybe. We don't know.
He came back like the 4th time. He's like, oh, no, my hair, all is gone.
We didn't see enough backstory to know for sure. We have 3 other primary villains, but one of these people is solidly in a costume. You don't ever see their face. So that's Samael. But I love giving props to our
the dude,
our stunt people.
The man in the
like
suit.
Yeah. So that's Brian Steele plays Samael.
Did a great
Because again, this is
fucking job.
practical. This is it's a mix.
Yeah.
You know, but it was not an all CGI.
Yeah, it wasn't completely CGI. Yeah. There's a man in the suit, and
they're
looked
doing real fights
great,
in it
dude.
too. Yeah, like they're actually doing some crazy actual
real life fights
coordinated movements and stuff. It looks good.
The arm break. He actually broke the thing's arm. It looked so sick because it was real.
Then we have Karl Ruprecht Cronin, played by Ladislav Baron. Holy crap.
That's a cool name.
Right. But again, this is another person. Might as well be just in a suit.
Yeah, might as well just be it because it's like full body makeup.
Yeah, when the one time you see the face, the one time you see it is fucking you. I mean, you might as well not be seeing it.
The makeup and prop department did so good.
But 80% of the time you see the guy, he is with a helmet on.
Yeah,
so,
with
I mean,
a helmet.
Like you literally just don't even know.
Like, that's
it's so weird looking. When they do the zoom ins and you see the gears kind of moving around his mouth,
moving parts and shit.
It's kind of crazy.
That runs the little voice box, so he can rasp out his little laugh.
Then the last person we need to mention, and we can get into everything, is Ilsa Hauptstein, played by Biddy Hodson.
I'm not saying nothing against her she did great.
Did she?
But was she kind of pointless?
Well, she was a pointless character, and I actually don't. And this is probably
I didn't say she did bad.
I know you didn't. I'm saying I want to without being rude.
All right,
fine. You're misreading what I am trying to say right now.
We could have completely removed her from she didn't need to be in the rest of the movie. The beginning part was fine with her. She didn't need to be.
I don't think she had it. It was
she didn't really do anything.
Well, plus it was very dumb. We're done with these. Well, I got one other person I would like to mention just because I love him, and then we'll go forward. And that's
is it the FBI?
Yes,
director?
our FBI director. Yes, Tom Manning, who is played by Jeffrey Tambor. If you are a fan of anything funny, you know who we're talking about.
He's
Arrested Development is like
those
prime
guys,
for me,
right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, again, he's of those guys, but he's not. I mean, he's better than that. I'm telling you right now. You should know
be
his
elevated
name.
from that list.
You should definitely know. Well, a lot of those guys were like, you may not know their name. I'm telling you right now, he might be those guys, but he's on that upper echelon one. He's of those guy I want you to know the name of. Jeffrey Tambor. We need to go ahead and get into
the actual movie.
Yeah, the meat of it. The meat of the episode.
I love the start. The start of this movie tickles my history bug vibe.
Yeah, and we can go ahead and I'll let you jump the gun because there's no music to actually start. The music kicks in after
this.
Yeah.
We get
you can roll us.
We get like a prequel, right?
Yeah, you can roll us.
We get the text on the screen talking about Cthulhu fucking coming and shit. There's some prophecy, and then we go to there's an island in Scotland where the Nazis have set up a big fucking base, and we get World War II soldiers rolling in.
Feeling very much like you're seeing the beginning of an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, right.
You're just you're like, where's Indy? Well, because they're talking supernatural items and stuff,
right? Relics and all this other shit. Yeah. But it's instead Indy, we get a very young Professor Blue.
Well, because this is like a flashback. Because we even hear the voiceover for a minute when he's like, "This is how it all. This is how I met him." Right.
Yeah, this is how we met Hellboy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. The name is a surprise.
Yeah. Not yet.
They want us to totally be like.
It really more introduces the villain.
Yeah. This story. Rasputin. Yeah. This story is to set up Rasputin and the shock of realizing that it was. Indeed him.
Yeah.
Right?
Because the Nazis are going to open a portal and bring forth... Yeah. I can't remember. They gave it a name. I'm calling it Cthulhu because that's what Cthulhu. It looks like.
Well, because, again, he even said that Hitler joined the Thule Society, which is literally Cthulhu. It's Cthulhu. You're just dropping the C at the beginning.
Yeah, it really is.
My first question immediately, though, when this started was just, why is... during World War II, is this British man working for the American army? Right? Do you get it right? Like Dr. Broom,
1944.
Well, because Dr. Broom is he's
a paranormal.
He's a German-born. Well, he's a British-born German man. So I understand why he's not with Germany.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense why he's on the opposite side of the pond, as they would say.
Well, they're in Scotland. So 1944, we would have been building up for the D-Day invasion because it's in October. So
You're still not going to convince me.
there was just a lot of American troops handy?
Well, no, I got no problem with the American troops. I'm telling you, got a problem because he specifically says he met and was working for Roosevelt. It is specifically that he works
that's a
for
good
the.
point.
I'm not telling you I got a problem with two armies working together during World War II. I'm telling you he specifically tells us he was working for Americans. I think that is weird.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah, that's right. Because Roosevelt's the one that's sitting there.
Wanted to make the organization. He is part of this.
Yep.
This is a
and then, yeah, that's why they're based in fucking America. I'm dumb.
So yeah, I'm saying it's very weird.
I'm over here just trying to be like, well, I mean, they just had a bunch of
you
American
rationalized
soldiers handy. I was
way
on the wrong
past
part of
everything
it.
that I didn't want. Yeah, I was just like, no, I get that. That's good, dude. Americans and British people definitely worked together during World War II.
I'm trying to defend the historical accuracy of it. I'm like, no, it would have worked. There totally would have been American soldiers.
Yeah, I'm just looking
there.
at it from the story, man. I'm telling you, the story is weird. I agree.
No, the story is weird.
I agree. Historically, British people and American soldiers, British soldiers and American soldiers definitely work together. That is true. I got no problem.
Yeah.
How many of the British soldiers were like directly connected to the American president, and that's who they were getting orders
with this
from?
Weird paranormal shit.
That's the part that I was saying was weird.
No, I love the like sergeant guy and shit. Because he's
he
like
doesn't-
explaining it and stuff.
he
He's like,
doesn't buy
man,
it.
he's like, until a week ago, I'd never heard the word parabnormal.
Yeah, he goes paranormal.
Paranormal. It's like, I didn't ask, asshole.
I love the sarcasm from Broom when they finally get up and see the Nazis. And he's like, "Oh, those must be the sheep."
Yep.
I was like, "Damn, dude,
Right.
sick burn, got him good, dude."
There ain't never been nothing up here but sheep.
Right?
Right.
Must be the
Shit.
sheep.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some pretty interesting fucking sheep. This is fucking the glove. What is this glove that Rasputin fucking puts on, dude? You see that thing? That's
Yeah.
some steampunk shit.
Well, it's not only steampunk. It's made to look like Hellboy's hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's got the big parts right here.
Yeah, it
It's
does. I
big
didn't pick up on that.
The way I interpret this is that it's supposed to be that Rasputin already knew this story about how Hellboy, a thing,
Like
is supposed
Hellboy
to
could
use,
open the portal.
and so he knew that, and he knew that it was fists, right? So he thought he could use science to make whatever it was, since whatever it is doesn't actually exist here, right? He'd never seen this. He'd never found reports of it because it never made it here.
Yeah, it hadn't been here yet.
Right. So, but he didn't know that. So he thought he was going to make himself a key, and he was
And
just
he used the resources
and
of
so
the
he was-
Nazis to do
they
it.
were testing it out here
Because this
to
is
see
where
if he could get the power he might need to
Yeah,
go
'cause this
open the gate.
ruin of an abbey they're in is like on a ley line.
Yeah.
Broom explains it while they're walking up.
But
It's
so-
like, oh, this is where like shit gets
It's extra
thin.
power,
Yeah.
essentially, because they're doing magic, right?
Yep, this is magic. This is complete
And so-
science-y magic.
Yeah, so I totally just read that as literally the reason it looks like that is because he was trying to make his own key for
key.
later. Like this is the testing to see if he can power it up because he knows it needs to have raw power to put in to the thing.
Yeah, they even made like a little artificial moon portal thing.
Well, the
too,
portal
'cause
is
in the
part of it
end, it's
because
like
later
the-
on we
yeah.
know that that's what Hellboy is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's
right.
opening the moon.
And so, like, if he knows he can open up this smaller generic portal with it here, then he can assume when he puts his hand in the
and
key
it'll-
slot, it will make the special portal. I don't know if any of that is what the writer intended. I'm just saying that
That's what
that
we
was
took- that's
my
what you took from it?
interpretation. Yeah. Let's get back to some of the stuff that was because if we don't go back, we're gonna miss some of the fun stuff, which
Right.
was like when Cronin first showed up because that happens before the portal is open.
Yeah, they see him with the binoculars and shit.
He's got the army
the
guy calls
freaking-
it a gas mask,
it is
and I
not- that is
instantly
not a
was
gas
like, "You're
mask."
so full of shit, dude. You're just trying to rationalize to yourself to feel better by calling that a gas mask. That is some kind of Lovecraftian nightmare.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
most of the things in this movie, it is terrifying.
right. It's
looking.
like a gear mask with goggles.
Which just insinuates like how much of the face has to be gone for gears to have somewhere to move inside.
right. Well, I mean, we find out later.
We do, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
that's
dude,
why
just-
this guy should be more frightened.
Yeah, you should just be like,
You should
that's,
see
that's
that.
some kind of monster. That's
Exa-
not
you
a
should see
man. That's not just a dude
It's
in a
not-
gas
It's
mask.
the 40s, you would say. That's some kind of automaton,
Yeah, an automaton.
right? So, yeah, again, that guy should have been way more afraid
Yeah, he
than he
should've.
was. Like, he just totally acted like, this is pretty okay.
Yeah,
this is
it's
pretty
totally
normal.
fine.
No, it's
Dude,
not.
that-
It's not normal. It's not okay.
What was the dude with the camera fucking thinking?
I don't know.
He just pops up on there like, hey,
Everybody was
click,
like, dude, that's
and
stupid.
He just grabs him. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Trying to get us all killed.
Picture.
We saw that you were trying to get a picture,
dumbass. Now I have to do this. Pulls grenades, click, and throws them.
You got to do what you got to do.
That one guy, that poor dude, they just land like right at him.
Yeah, so
throws him into the portal.
Yeah, so this we get
a nice Wilhelm scream.
Epic,
though.
yeah, it epically
starts the attack.
Yeah,
right?
like it amps up really quick.
Oh yeah, dude, everything goes to hell, dude. And then like they're charging in with bayonets, and Cronin pulls the. We don't see these ever again. The sick like hidden blades in his jacket, just
the shit that makes him look like he's Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
Yes,
he again because. At this point, we know he's mechanical-ish.
Yeah,
but we don't know.
Broom explains it.
So, but we don't know exactly where these blades are coming from.
I like to think they just shot out of his palms.
It's a mechanical part of him, right? Like it's like he's got no use for tendons now.
Yeah, no, he just put them in his forearms.
He's got like he's got a joint.
Yeah,
it's
weird,
a
mechanical pulley system or some shit, right? Ran by a
so he's got
toy.
Plenty of extra room now,
right? Plenty. Just shove that blade right up the forearm.
I'm telling you.
Spring loaded, you click your thumb, right? It just shoots out.
While all of this is going on, we did get our, like we said, our introduction, Rasputin. We're gonna jump the gun on a whole bunch of stuff here. Well, we already have. I'm just saying, like, we need to step baback for a minute. But yeah, so we see that it's Rasputin. He is the one that opens the portal. But before he opens the portal, we do get like the moment where Ilsa actually says like this is Rasputin. We hear when Broom comes in, he realizes he's Rasputin and says
everybody's like
to
bullshit. He's dead. He's
And
like, no, apparently not. He's right there.
Yeah. Clearly, I only said this because I recognize that that's who it is.
Right.
We see that Rasputin is working for Hitler. He's trying to help him get these occult things.
Somehow this is going to end the war.
Well, it's all connected to the Thule Society.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what we're
going to destroy the entire world, and that way we win.
I guess.
I never understand how bad guys think that way. It's like the whole world is over and then I'll rebuild from the ashes. It's like, no, you're going to be dead too, dumbass.
And the other reason I wanted to jump back to say this is because they don't even give us any kind of real introduction. Like obviously you go into a movie like Hellboy, you know what the posters are, you probably know the comic books. I realize we've got this far and not mentioned that this is based on a comic book.
No, so the comic books are based off of him.
But so yeah, if we go too far, we're gonna miss the fact that they introduce us to the mysticism like really quick because he passes his immortality, or he passes some immortality.
Yeah, he's like, he
grants immortality.
And again, Ilsa?
It's the kind of thing that happens really briefly when he says it. You don't even necessarily know if that actually means anything.
Yeah,
if it's just like a saying. Yeah,
right?
Like you don't know. But we do find out.
Yeah, no,
she
comes
real.
Back later.
He did grant her some kind of longevity. I don't know if I would use the word immortality, but he granted her some kind of longevity.
She's not going to die of old age.
Yeah. Well, much like he must have also done for himself.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, in the 40s, he already would have been... He should have been...
130?
Yeah, he should have been way older when
he was like 60.
Yeah, he was an older guy when he did all this stuff with the Romanovs. So
that was
that was turn of the century. Yeah.
17,
well, turn of the the other century
during the First World War, somewhere around that area.
So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to make sure that we hit some of these big things because they are technically important. So yeah, he is part of the reason he knows Hitler is through that Thule Society. Obviously, they do this Cthulhu search. When he opens the portal, we talked about the portal. We need to address that what they see opens up to space, right? Like we can both agree on
lamp.
that.
The lamp goes through and we follow it, and it lights up the big crystal monster
in space.
Yeah,
right.
Somewhere in space.
Again, if you know your Lovecraftian, that's part of it. Like are they aliens? Are they demons? Are they monsters? It all depends on your terminology, right? Like I mean, it's all your point of view, really.
Yeah, they're giant alien monsters.
I mean, if they're coming from space, we could still just use the word alien.
Interdimensional, even because it seems like when they close the portal, they can't exist in our reality.
The main thing to remember about Lovecraftian stuff is that they're still going to call this a god, even though technically we could could just leave it at alien,
Yeah.
right? Like immense power, blah 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 blah. That's just alien. That's just things we don't understand.
That's a big ass squid.
Right. Well, it's just like the science versus magic, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all your point of view on the subject, right? Like anything significantly advanced will look like magic to the person who's observing it if they
Yeah,
don't have a
that's
point
true.
of reference. Same thing with this giant thing. It can seem like a god if it's an alien with immense cosmic power, but it could also just be like one of 100 guys and they just talk to each other like Ralph at the water cooler. We don't know. We're applying our point of view to it.
This is actually the dipshit of their species.
For all we know. So again, I mean, it is a very weird world we live in when
Yeah.
you start to look at this alien versus whatever. But so in the Lovecraftian world, it is a god. It is a greater being
Yeah.
of some sort, interdimensional even. It's not even just supposed to be in our space. It's in like
It's
every
it's a
space.
different dimension entirely.
Some shit. I don't know.
Aliens from Dimension X.
Well, they can say what they want. It might be a different dimension. It looked like it was just like out in...
Yeah, it looked.
They made this
the
look like
little
space.
Planet
There
that
was
looked
planets,
like
there
it
was
was like
stars
Earth.
in the
It looked like it
distance.
wasn't that far from
So
us.
yeah, if they wanted me to think it was somewhere else dimensionally, they did a bad job.
Yeah,
if
they
they
did,
just wanted me
'cause
to think that it was not close to
The little
us,
planet in the background
Yeah.
was a little too Earth-like. I was like, so
Um,
it's just orbiting around us, encased in ice.
we also, before we move past this beginning scene, because we were literally seconds away from just being like, he gets sucked in. We also want to mention that this is the coolest like Tesla level electric light show in the world.
It is.
Because again,
It's super dope.
the-
Lots of lightning.
well, the world we live in for this is like a mixture of, like you've already said, like it's like Lovecraftian meets steampunk / technology, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we get this weird sci-fi occultism.
Occultism, yeah.
And so like this is dope. They're making these crazy like battery banks, right, for electricity, but then they're using electricity to power magic. And it's I love this
it's
like combination.
Blue electricity. Only blue electricity
know that
can
it's
let you
magical.
do magic. You get that regular, like
That
you know,
white?
the white, wrong color.
This stuff is straight blue.
Don't talk to me about purple.
This
It's got to
stuff-
be blue.
Yeah. I love that concept.
Right. Me
And-
too.
Yeah, so the portal, when he opens it up, though, what happens to our man?
He gets,
Rasputin?
He gets like sucked
You
into it.
literally, you think you're instantly, like, if this is your first time watching, you're going to be like, he's gone.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of it.
So he's not the bad guy?
No,
We're going to meet somebody new? What? This is a weird flashback.
I guess because they broke part of it.
I don't really...
I
There's,
don't know. You just I don't know. It seemed like
He-
it was sucking him
Yeah,
in, and
no,
he was
for the
fighting
second-
it like from the beginning.
Well,
didn't
again,
it?
like, he just didn't
He
have
just like
the...
starts losing.
Well, he doesn't have the raw power.
He's losing part of his
yeah,
face.
well, that's the part I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
go back to look. He'll for a split second, you'll see like a Hellboyish look to the stretch. But yeah, he just didn't have the
gross,
power.
too. He's
He
just-
thought he had the power. He didn't
To do
have
it,
the
he
power.
couldn't do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
No.
That's how
So
I
then
read
he
that.
gets.
His hubris was showing, right? Like, he
Did you
thought he
notice he got sucked in dick first, and
I mean-
then kind of collapsed it? Like that's
Yes,
that's a
folded
hell
him,
of a
folded
way to
him
go,
from that
man.
point in. Once the thing blows up and he's all gone and sucked out, and they're dealing with everything else. Cronin got impaled, right, like through the chest.
Through the chest
They're
and shit.
like, we don't even need to worry about
he's
him
dead.
until they randomly look back and they're like, holy shit!
Oh my god, he's gone. And where'd that Ilsa bitch go?
But they were distracted.
Because something came out.
A monkey
Right, a
ape?
red monkey.
or whatever the fuck that guy kept
It's
saying.
got something in its hand.
He kept
That
calling
is
it
its
a monkey.
hand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is its hand.
What a whammer!
Right? I love the whole conversation. And then it's even better because, like, obviously we know from, like, if you know this story, that Dr. Broom is essentially, Professor Broom is essentially like a father figure to Hellboy. I love this telling of the story because he literally even says, Broom himself in the voiceover flashback voice is like, we, right? Like, we were his fathers, or you know what I mean? Like, he included the whole group as fathers.
Yeah, him and the boys.
That's what it was. We weren't ready to be fathers. That's what he said.
We weren't ready to be fathers.
I love that. That's what he didn't say. He said we. And then you see it in the picture, like everybody together, and like again, the one dude's got the
big
where he
cigar
gets the
and
cigar
shit.
smoking from him.
He
and,
got it
like,
from that
probably
guy.
the gruff attitude.
Yeah, probably from that old grizzled old sergeant
Yeah.
guy. You know it was. He
and
handed him his first cigar.
Definitely. So I loved that like that nice little nuance to that moment, like where
it's probably that guy's lighter too, because he
yeah,
lights
no,
the
he lights the
cigar. and
cigar.
shit.
It's
I
like
just
100%.
realized that. That makes that fucking so much better. I'm happy now. Continue.
well, I'm glad I could help you get there.
Yay.
But yeah, that I really do enjoy like that nice. It's such a small touch, right?
Yeah,
like it's
just a
one
tiny
little
ass
piece
touch,
of conversation, and then the picture, like hearing that and then
The group
seeing
photo.
the group photo at the same time. It just
I like how
cements
he's
the
like, we
feeling.
decided to name him Hellboy, but that was probably not the best idea in
Whatever.
retrospect.
Great name.
It
What
is.
else are you gonna name a red-bodied thing with a pointed tail and horns?
Where the hell were we? Oh, no, this is where we actually get the opening credits is after the
Yeah.
picture and stuff. And it's awesome. It's all just like Bigfoot stuff, but with Hellboy and shit. Like, oh, he's been spotted
Yes, no.
here.
The intro-
grainy footage of him like walking across the street and shit.
I agree. It's so dope. It's like the intro is like a Bond intro.
Yeah.
It's got Bond style music playing, right? Like just kind of like this nondescript, like well, not that, but yeah, that one was Bond. But yeah, it's got that kind of vibe to it, right? Like it's like intro to a spy, but it technically is because he does work for an agency. Like he's a government agent.
He is.
He
technically
is
a spy.
technically always working in the shadows.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. He is indeed technically a spy.
And so we hear the spy version music. We hear all these dope stories. We see the comic book panels.
Yes.
It's so good. I love that even the comic book panel goes to show the alternate universe worldiness of this place.
Yeah.
Because did you notice, like in our world, Hellboy comics have always looked like it's modern art, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's more art style, not modern.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it like belongs in the
Andy
Metro
Warhol.
or something. Yeah, like it's not modern art. It's a modern art style. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's it was not.
It's
this.
a relatively new
It was
comic
not this.
in
Like the
world
comic
of
book we
comics.
see that they show as reference multiple times. Like every time we see comic book reference in the movie, it's this one.
Yeah.
And it is literally Hellboy done in the original Superman style. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's him. It's even him. Like it's showing him like lifting up a car, like that.
Oh shit! It
Superman
does.
style.
Like the Action Comics
Yes,
#1.
that I love that because again, think about it. He's been around since the 40s. That's roughly the time
that makes
period.
perfect
So the
sense.
first time he got saw was by a guy who in our world, made Superman. But in this world, he saw Hellboy, a glimpse of him in the shadows
And so he made a comic book
of Hellboy as a
So-
superhero.
So he supplanted Superman.
Yeah,
in
no,
this
I
universe.
totally alternate universe. This world, there is no Superman.
There is no Superman.
That's what my 100% my belief.
Nice. I like that. Hellboy's his own fucking world.
We live in that world.
Earth
and-
5.
Well, you see this in a lot of different.
Is Hellboy Marvel or DC?
Dark Horse, 100%.
The FBI guy on TV.
Yeah, that's the closing. The closing thing
he's
is
like
him.
shitting on it. He's like, why is it that everything
blurry.
is always
You can't ever
out
get
of
a good
focus?
picture.
We can't ever get a good picture.
And as soon as he says that, though, I just wanted to be like, because you're the FBI and you only let them release
yeah,
the
exactly.
blurry one. Like that's an easy
You're the
answer.
government. That's an easy answer.
You didn't think out that response before you gave it to the fucking reporter, because every guy with a tinfoil hat got to that answer faster than I did.
Right.
And
You
I went
started
there.
the sentence
Yeah,
and
and
you were like, don't say it. I
Right,
know
like,
exactly what you're going to say.
100%. Like I was like, I got there pretty quickly, and those guys are waiting to get there.
Right. They're
You know what I'm
jumping
saying?
at it.
And so it's like, dude, that was stupid.
They're sitting there on their
Yeah.
little like couch and stuff with their hats, and they're just like, look, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. I bet you what.
Well, they're the type that, again, like this movie came out when internet was still pretty early on, but today they're the type of people that would be like, bullshit, I found the high quality picture. You just won't let the media
Yeah,
release
exactly.
it. You know,
They like post it on Twitter.
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
And everybody else is like, that's fake.
That's fake. Fake. You know, that's not real.
AI.
You did that on Unreal Engine. Look, I can do it too. Then you have like the
cue
comparison
that, like, you know, like, that
video
little-
and shit.
Yeah, that short video where you see
Right.
the guy that just click, 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 click,
Click, click, click, click,
yeah.
click. Took me 5 seconds on Unreal Engine.
You're awful at this.
You're fucking stupid.
Yeah, 100% would be like
Internet.
that. Total. Yeah, we got a little off track there. The Bond style
As long
music.
as it's funny,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Well, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like let's pull it back.
yeah,
Let's
we
get
got to
where
go
we
back
were.
to the actual movie.
The Bond
now.
style music stops, and we actually get our real intro. Like we said, the first thing that we hit was actually seeing our director Manning guy give his report about
Yeah.
this. But then we see the zoom in on Old Broom, right?
Old Man Broom.
Leaving the Cancer Institute.
Yep. And they're like whispering behind his back, like, "Oh, should
Well,
we
that-
inform the next of kin who doesn't have any?" And like,
Yeah,
it says he has a son. You know.
I think that was just because they didn't want to give us the actual heaviness of them telling him, right? Like, because that's a much
Yeah.
heavier thing. Not saying it didn't actually have, like, the scene almost paints it like they didn't tell him and he only knew from hearing. I don't think that's the case. I think it's 100% that, again, we're just supposed to know they told him, but it's off camera because that's a pretty heavy thing to start a movie
with. Yeah.
And so, despite still being heavy, it would have been a lot heavier if we literally heard the doctor say, "Sir,
hey,
you have cancer.
You got cancer, and you got, I don't know, 2 months."
And we
months.
never hear that.
Yeah, no, we don't get a time.
We never get the timeline.
We just,
I can imagine.
They don't say cancer, do they?
It's
very sick.
No, it's oncological, whatever, which oncology is cancer.
Yeah, that's right.
So they don't say the word cancer, but they do give you the words
clues you
to
need
know
for
that
it.
it is definitely cancer. Yeah.
No.
But we can also assume that it probably is a fast-acting cancer, right?
And not treatable.
Because of actions he take at the end.
Yeah.
Things lead you to definitely believe. Well, I don't even know if we need to go to the end. Pretty soon, he makes at least one comment that leads you to believe that it's probably hitting quick.
Yeah.
But they use all of this to slowly transition over to our main character, which again, I feel awful saying this about the guy. He did good.
Oh, John Myers?
Yeah, Myers.
Yeah.
Like, this all slowly transitions. Again, we stay with Broom for a minute, but it transitions over to Myers, right? Like, I mean,
yeah, where he pulls up on a moped.
Yeah. So that's what I was getting at. They use this beginning with him to slowly, for us to know that he's got cancer, see a little bit of his life, and slowly start transitioning over to like our actual main character. You get what I mean? Like, it's very weird how we get over there.
Yeah.
Oh no,
did we skip
we both skipped over
resurrection of
we
Rasputin?
both skipped over. Yeah, we both skipped over and we're trying to go.
Okay, before Dr. Broom and Dr. Office.
Yeah,
guys. We go to the mountains.
Well, I don't even feel that bad actually about this
because it's
one of those things. It's like two different intros, right? Like, so literally all we were about to do was tell you guys the other intro in the wrong spot. We
just got them in the wrong order.
It doesn't really matter when you know them because they are not connected whatsoever.
No.
Nothing happening in the one tells you any information for the other. But just so that way you know, if you are one of those people that hears us first, then goes to watch the movie, you don't think we're insane.
Yeah, we just got him in the wrong order. Rasputin gets resurrected first.
And
they go off into the mountains.
Yeah, let's try to do this really quick.
Right?
We're so
They have that poor guide, man.
The guide,
He even he brings him to the spot and he's like, "Yo, we shouldn't be here. Give me my money. I'm out." And then they flip the gold at him and he's like, "Oh man, this is," you see it on his face. He knows he fucked up as soon as he looked at the gold. He's like, "Oh, this is Nazi gold.
That means
I'm fucked."
Stab.
Yeah, and then you just
stabby.
Well, they needed blood.
Yeah.
And this is pretty fucking cool.
Well, the reveal here is super double fold, like so awesome. Like,
right?
You're pretty sure you know who they are, but you don't know.
Yeah.
The blade that stabs through is 100% made. I mean, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, Cronin.
Cronin's back.
You don't know how that man's still ticking.
Ilsa takes off.
Literally ticking.
Yeah, ticking. Right.
And then Ilsa takes her shit off. She is indeed immortal, like we said.
Oh,
this was that reveal.
You're still
that
fucking around.
Somehow the cosmic magic that Rasputin does contain is real.
Cool.
He's not just making this shit up out of his ass.
I mean,
it's not all science. It is also magic.
There is magic. Magic is real.
So
we're about to fucking see because this poor guide's blood does the cool maze.
We're not even
grooves.
giving it. The maze of grooves happens to be in the center. Like, we're not even giving justice where they ended up. This guide takes them. It's like the middle of Antarctica, and then further down into frozen tundra cave with giant stone. It's a labyrinth itself.
There's like statues of and shit. It's this huge altar thing.
It was nuts. Yeah, but so I feel like the blood even it was like a miniature representation of the giant thing they were in.
They just walked through.
Yeah, and that's what the blood flows down to them. I don't know for sure, but again, it looked like it could have been.
It is to me now.
It is the kind of labyrinth.
Oh, I could totally see it. And then Rasputin rises from the pool of blood from the middle and stuff. And he's like, "I knew you guys would find me. Hug me. Come on. Big bloody hugs, guys. Cronin, you ticking bastard. Come here. I love you." Then we go over to Dr. Broom and all that stuff. And now we're back on where we need to fucking be. Flip the fucking page. Now we can talk more about Myers.
Yes.
And him going into the building.
Yep. So
did you get like Star Wars vibes from the little thing that popped out of the fucking wall? Kind of like Return of the Jedi, the little thing that just like talks
a little
to
bit, but
him?
also I want to go back to that Bond. It's like Q. It's like they just
Yeah.
walked into MI6 and they're getting their
for
tech
real.
for the day. Yes, but no. Like, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but since I had already like assigned myself the Bond from the music intro, I was like, Bond all the way. I see where it's coming from.
Yep.
I see the tech. I see it.
Yep, we got to get into Q's laboratory here.
The transition point here, like I was trying to remember before, now that I know we were in the wrong spot, it makes it easier for me to understand why I was like, I'm blanking on how that worked.
Right.
It's that they do the thing where he's watching, Broom is watching the director on TV.
Yeah.
Right? And we see the dumb Larry King live style
Thing.
show.
Yeah.
And it turns into actually being watched on TV, then zoom out of him riding his moped up.
Yeah.
And we see waste management services, right? And we even hear
I love
like
that that's their cover.
Well, I think if you really pay attention in the intro, you even hear like that's one of the, like the weird conspiracy like mumbling things you hear people like on the radio saying, like someone even says it's waste management, or like it's
that's
something.
just our cover.
Yeah, yeah.
And shit. It's like that's pretty. It's a pretty nice fucking
it's
building
pretty dope.
for waste
Well, and plus we
management,
see
too.
later like why they do this, and it makes
It
so
makes
great
total
when you see
sense.
it. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
of fucking course, right?
Nobody's gonna question a garbage truck,
right?
right? Because they got to get the trash.
But yeah, so Myers shows up. He's reporting it's his first day. He's been transferred.
Transferred straight from Quantico, man.
He doesn't know why.
He's fresh out of the academy. He's just like, I was just told to come here.
He's very confused because he sees the waste management labels everywhere.
and-
Gets inside. God damn, this is an ominous lobby.
Yeah, it is. With just the one dude at the thing. He's just like hands and elbows
I
in.
expected like Satan fire to shoot up
Right.
behind him as soon as he started talking or something,
the
right?
door, like the bars slam shut, boom, and then fire erupting.
It doesn't. It
The
doesn't
guy at the
make
end just
you-
starts laughing.
It doesn't make you think again, like that. Not just that. Obviously, they need to be a cover, but it doesn't even make you think like this is a place I should be. It makes you, which I guess is good for when someone else,
Yeah, just like
accidentally stumbles inside. You're gonna
wrong
walk in and be
place.
like, I'm gonna turn around. Maybe that's why it's designed that way. But
guess.
goddamn, it's creepy.
Yeah,
it
it's like
definitely is creepy.
a cathedral almost.
But then the guy is just like, stand in the middle, right?
Keep your elbows and hands inside.
What? Keep your elbows tucked.
Right? He doesn't
Did
need
you-
to. It's a
No,
giant
it is
platform. There's like he can hold his arms out and still not touch.
He
the
could have
fucking
laid
sides. Yeah, he could have
down.
laid down.
And stretched himself
This
out.
huge elevator that just like starts going into the
well, because it is.
floor.
It's like a hangar, right? Like you see,
Yeah.
it's like literally a military hangar style
Yep,
lift. It's
just-
not like an elevator. Like they could have made
Goes
this thing an
down on the
elevator, but it
rails.
is literally like the kind of thing that lowers planes down to
Yeah.
a flight deck, right? Like it's
That's exactly
that
what
kind of
it
thing.
is.
So again, it's massive. It's not a small platform he is standing on, but
just
it is
funny.
our first glimpse of their logo, right?
Oh,
Like you
yeah.
see it. It's the fist,
the
thing.
fist, Hellboy's hand,
Yeah.
or whatever.
It's a cool little logo, and it's the first time you really see it.
Tattoo-worthy. That'd be a cool tattoo.
Oh, it definitely would be. But yeah, so as the elevator platform thing lowers, we do see that it is. We know that this place is more than it meets the eye, right?
Yeah.
We now know that,
There's like a
which now
whole-
means he is definitely starting to be like, oh man,
Oh,
because we
shit.
know he read the comic books.
I'm into some shit here.
He's like, oh well, he read the comic books. We find
I
out
know.
soon, so he's
This is
seeing this and he's
familiar
like,
as
oh, this
fuck.
shit is real, right? He's like, holy crap! But when I saw it, my first thought wasn't even like, oh shit, this stuff is real. My first thought was, oh shit, most of the people still have really boring jobs though.
yeah, they do.
Like,
They kind of
right?
hate their job too. don't they?
85% of them are still just office,
yeah,
like
just-
desk jobs.
yeah,
These
it's
are like most of
I'm
them.
just the temp.
Most of them aren't working with Hellboy and going in the field.
Yeah.
Most of them are typing up papers. It
Oh,
look
dude,
like.
I would not want to be the cook on this base.
I think
Dude, the
it'd be
amount
dope.
of steaks that they roll into the fucking room here in a minute.
Gets down to the bottom floor. He meets what's this guy's name?
Agent Clay.
Yeah, Agent Clay. I mean, again, I just didn't write it down in my notes because when you first meet him, you don't realize you're gonna see him like
Yeah.
8 times. You don't know he's because again, he's just kind of the dude that's waiting in the basement.
Yep.
Right.
Like, hey, you're the
he's-
new guy.
For all we know,
Come with
he's
me.
for all we know, he's as unimportant as the guy at the.
Yeah, the guy we never see again. Upstairs.
So you see what I'm saying? Like I have his name everywhere else, just not right here.
That guy's only job upstairs is to push that.
It
fucking
is
button.
though,
Just
as
beep.
far as we know, because we never see anything else from him. He immediately though sees the tank with Abe, right? Like
Yeah, 'cause
as soon as he sees it, he's like, that's pretty wild.
the
And Clay is like, he just scoffs. Like, you think that guy's normal.
Yeah.
Like that's the normal.
That's the most normal guy here.
That out of everything you're about to run into,
yeah, I wouldn't worry
that
about
one's fine.
Abe is the least of your worries. You're about to meet the weird here in a second, right?
And then Abe shows off his skills about knowing who he is.
Yeah, because he's like, you're John Myers first, you blah, 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 and I'll list off a bunch of his shit because he's psychic. Got powers.
Yeah, well, it's psychic plus, like, it's a combo of psychic and you don't know how much of that he might have known from reading stuff, right? Because he does, again...
Yeah, there's a dossier on the guy, I'm sure.
Well, that plus access to any... I mean, he's the kind of... I don't know.
Well, not really internet, but like government.
Well, maybe, though. This is government.
Files.
Well, no, the government had internet since, like...
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So he might have some kind of internet. I do feel like we just need to address that Broom is in the room. Because we didn't outright say that. Yeah.
It's like his dope study.
He gives them the line, we are the ones that bump back.
Yeah.
Right?
There are creatures bump in the night, but we're the ones who bump back.
I love that. Great description, I think, for this agency that they've got here.
Yeah,
right?
It's a great description. And then the funny...
Before we move away, we do need to address the backstory for Abe, right?
Yeah, they found him like
I've got it here. Secret chamber of St. Trinian's Foundling Hospital. And it was literally like some doctor had found him. We don't know anything else. Like they found him here, but we don't know anything about the doctor / scientist
who found him,
who put him there.
Yeah,
because again, it had a scientific name. That's where
Abe Sapien.
It was whatever something Sapien.
Yeah.
They dropped the something,
just called him Abe
because they found him on Abraham Lincoln's birthday, right? Or like
the assassination day.
Yeah,
the day he was assassinated, they found him.
And so they were like, "Oh, we'll be clever." Meaning we also have no idea how old Abe is because we don't know how long he was there before they found him.
So he could be well over 200 years old.
And he's definitely like they talk about this for some things in the movie. They don't they address Hellboy and his slow aging.
Yeah.
No one outright says anything about the fact that Abe is also ancient.
Yeah, borderline immortal.
Or something. We don't know, but he definitely doesn't look like he's old. He definitely is moving very agile, like in the water still. Yeah. He's, you know what I mean? Like,
he looks like a man in his 20s.
Well, he looks like a something in his 20s.
Fishman in his 20s. Merman.
Then they start walking down the hallway, right? And this is like we always say, we love a good walk and talk. This is a good walk and talk. This is a funny one. This is a good walk and talk. Right? We will learn a lot of stuff.
Talk about like Hitler and the secret war that ended in like 56 or something like that.
58. Is when he said
the war finally ended when with the Hitler died of Adolf Hitler in 58. And he's like, oh no, he died.
Well, I love that too. It like not the real war. Like that was the end of the paranormal war or whatever they call it. Occult war.
Occult war.
That wasn't even like the real stuff. But yeah, this is where we officially heard that Thule Society as being the thing that Hitler connected with Rasputin in, and so it being a thing that existed prior to Nazis. The Nazis just got very
it was in like 1938 he found the spear of Longinus and all this other
which
shit.
Again is a very popular myth.
Yeah,
you'll see that in lots of sci-fi and stories that Hitler found it.
100 YouTube videos about it.
Yeah, so the big shocker though of the conversation down the hallway was definitely supposed to be the 58. He was like, "What? Hitler didn't die when I thought he died?" Because he even said 44 or 45 or what? You know, like he was
Hitler
like,
died in 45. He's like, "Oh, did he now?"
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's what
right on believing
believe,
that.
Right?
That's what we want.
But then we continue down the hallway, and Agent Clay is like, "All right, well, from here, I think maybe I'm gonna have to take you on my own." And Broom looks over at Myers and says, "You're gonna need these."
Yep, hands him the baby Ruths.
Yeah, we forgot to mention earlier the baby Ruth. He pulled one out of his pocket. That cracked me up
because it was like the other day we had this big long conversation about paydays and baby Ruths and shit.
It was because it was when we were talking for the other episode. Because again, paydays and baby Ruths and all the decadent. Let's get decadent
and shit.
Yeah, when we were talking about Bubba Hotep. But yeah, plus it's always a baby Ruth, right? Like in a movie, like again, like I felt very much like this was Sloth from the Goonies, like the way he because he's about to go into a room where all he knows is something is chained
Yeah, and he's good to hear. I have to give it these candies.
This
You know, he's seen that movie.
Definitely the Goonies.
Am I about
right?
to meet Sloth?
Right? It's 100% that kind of feeling.
If I was Myers, I'd start getting excited. I was like, Sloth.
And then he walks in, and then he, as he gets closer and Broom walks away, Clay looks over at him. He's like, yeah, he's grounded.
Yeah, they're not talking to each other right now.
And you're just like, Hellboy is grounded?
Right.
You're like, wow, this father figure thing came real far. Yeah, it did. Right? Like I can't...
This little old man just grounded Hellboy. Because he escaped, right?
Well, and it leans into that boy, right? Like, and we see that, Clay tells us that. Like, as soon as Myers sees him, and they make the comic book joke...
I hate those comic books. They never get the eyes right.
Well, then Clay is immediately like, yeah, I know, he's younger than you thought. He ages reverse dog years, which makes no sense at all. But yeah, this whole aging slow thing though.
The best we can figure is he's in his 60s, but he's really only like 20.
But again, can we even say that for sure? Like, how old was he when they found them? And do they know that he's you know what I mean? Like, we don't know how aging works. For all we know, he aged quickly in the beginning and he slows down at the end.
He's only 12, right?
But it definitely leans into why he's okay with the boy term, despite the fact that he's a man. Because tell me that doesn't bother you. Like, we hear the Bond intro and we see all this stuff and we know that everybody is secretly referring to him as Hellboy. What kind of ego blow is that to him? A dude that looks like a bulked up version of Ron Perlman.
Right.
To be called boy.
I'm Hellman. I don't want to be called
boy
anymore.
But then we hear this aging thing, and it kind of helps explain that, right?
Yeah,
literally mentally, he's very much like a teenager.
Yeah, he's like, I'm 18. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's fine.
It explains why he's okay with boy, right? At 18, I was like, don't call me an adult.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
And so I can totally understand.
I'm 35, dude. I'm still not an adult.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Totally understand Hellboy being like, yeah, boy's okay.
Yeah, boy's totally fine.
But in the beginning, you are kind of like,
that's
really?
That's a grown ass man right there.
Really? And we also, this is when we get the line from Clay, don't stare at his horns.
He files them down so he can fit in. And what does John do immediately? He's just deadlocked right on him.
And not only that, I would like to point out how crazy it is that he files them down, but he doesn't file, like, if the point is to look more normal, which you can't, your skin is red. You're like an extra foot and a half taller than the average human. So it's pretty hard to look normal like everybody else. But even if you were shooting for that, right?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he file them all the way down?
There's still like 2 inches of horn sticking
right?
up.
Like, I mean, if you were really going for this.
Start getting into the nerve, I guess.
I guess. I get it. He seems like the kind of guy that would work past that.
Yeah, you just tough it out, bite on a stick.
Right? Does he not?
Yeah, it does.
So we do find that out. That is why he tries to keep the look that we see him with, right? It's why we don't see the horns. Later on, we find out there's more to that.
Yeah, when you see them when they're fully grown, you're like, oh, I totally get why you shave those down. They're like 4 foot tall.
Well, and not only that, the horns are directly connected to evilness. Maybe we'll get there when we get there, and
his demon power.
We'll splice that into half and cut into it when we need to. But they definitely connect to something.
Phenomenal cosmic.
They are more than just bones.
Yeah,
growing from his head for sure. There is more to it.
They're not just accessories, girls.
We can tell that Hellboy has a very awkward love-hate relationship with everybody in this compound. Certainly Clay, right? Like, he gives Clay shit for the hair plugs, but not in like a super mean way. Like, he's totally like if your brother got hair plugs, the way you would like joke with them about it. Like,
I've known this guy for like 20 years,
probably his whole life.
Yeah, probably.
As soon as he got out of the academy,
I want a prequel.
Clay was assigned.
I want a prequel with Clay fresh out of the academy and
meeting him first thing.
Right, I want that.
We hear Clay's. Well, what we think right now is only Clay's code name for Hellboy, but we do later find out that it's kind of like everybody's code name for him.
Yeah.
Red. Just Red.
That's what I wrote him in my notes.
Yeah. I'm like, we couldn't go with Big Red at least.
Yeah, Big Red.
Like, Clifford. He's huge. Like, we needed
Clifford
more than...
would have been a much funnier call sign.
We needed more than just Red, right? I feel like that's too easy, right?
Like later in the movie when they're like going to Russia and shit, and he gives her, because she's like Sparky or some shit, he's like, she should be like, all right, Clifford or something. You know, like, can we get a Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Here's my thing. I feel like in the beginning it almost helps us understand the 3 letters, right? Like, later on you said, hey, we're jumping way ahead.
Way ahead.
Liz later on adopts a code name. She never had one. We'll deal with Liz soon. We've talked about who she is.
This is actually the introduction to her.
Yeah.
You see her on the monitor.
Yeah. And so Liz, though, had no code name prior to that. We'll deal with that when we get there, but she had no code name before. She just went by Liz. But she was still going on missions, right? We can all agree.
The implication.
So she had 3 letters. Abe had 3 letters.
Red
has 3 letters.
Nice and easy, nice simple call signs.
Right?
Sparky kind of fucks that up,
I think so.
Spark.
This is not one of those, this is real. This is I can't say if there's any kind of basis in truth to that. But to me, why else? Because Sparky is a great... We gotta stop. We'll talk about this more when we get to this.
I assume people have seen this
I
movie,
do too, but you know how we do this. It's not for them, it's for us. It's just to make it... it is a good nickname. That's all I'm getting at. And so for that not to be, for them not to go for something, but just keep Liz, it feels like the 3-letter was what they were going for.
Yeah. It's Dr. Broom's like an undiagnosed OCD.
Well, again, this is a man who had to drop his own name down to Broom
because too many fucking syllables.
So I think maybe we did just crack it. Actually, I think we found it. You're right. You were right all along. It was definitely that. It was definitely just him trying to make it simple for everybody. Because Broom was like, I hated having that.
I hate it. I have like a 9-syllable last name.
Like you said, though, this is the moment where we see that Liz is on the his monitors, right?
Yeah, like it's a bunch of them.
He's got
just
pictures
like a
and monitors, and he is.
And Clay even says
stalking.
Clay is like, yeah, well, you got in trouble because you broke out to go see her again. And he's like, well, that's nobody's business.
He didn't even actually point though. He even did the head lean. Yeah, he was like her.
Yeah, see all these creepy monitors and shit you got going here, you psychopath.
So we still don't technically get a name drop. We just know that she obviously had to be associated, right? Because he knows her. He intimately knows her. This is.
I wonder if she's in the comic books and if you're a big fan, you would know.
Oh, definitely. It's the same thing with all of them. Oh, because they don't do any kind of real intro you don't know these people. Almost all of them are just assuming from the comic book, for sure.
Because I never read.
Because think about Abe. Abe, there's no special slow. They're just boom, here he is.
There he is. You should know who the fuck that is. So I assume that's what it is with Liz
Probably.
Too. Yeah. Okay.
This is a movie where, despite this not being a popular comic book franchise, not a mainstream. I don't want to say popular. It was definitely popular.
But not
it was not a mainstream. It was not the forefront thing selling every issue. You know what I'm saying? So
I'd never heard of it until I saw the trailers.
They definitely leaned into the stories of the movie you do know.
Yeah,
you mean they leaned into it. Superman movies go more into it sometimes. You don't know the mythology, but we do. Then this movie
I liked that they did it. They didn't treat the audience like they were stupid.
No, it kind of just goes straight into a story, which is good. It really is kind of good.
I'd never read the comic books. I didn't need an over explanation.
And coming off of just doing Austin Powers, this is a great reference to exposition and Basil. Basil always did exposition when he was supposed to beforehand. This is a thing where, again, they expected us to know. So when they do exposition, they do it slowly, usually after the fact, and you don't even know that you're being smacked with that much of it because they do a really good job of slowly integrating it into the story you're seeing. So by the time you're done, you're like, holy shit, I feel like I do know a lot more about the backstory.
Yeah, even though I've not ever read.
Even though I've only been here for 2 hours.
Yeah. Where the fuck are we? Oh yeah, the alarm is about to go off.
Yeah. So as we're zooming out of the monitors, the alarm's supposed to go off. Code red. I love this because it's not code red like me and you think code red. It's code red as in
Big Red's got to go to work.
Red to go out.
Yeah. Time to go to work, kid.
Code red. It's time for him to work.
Some monsters.
This is the moment where we see the garbage truck pulling full duty, like we said. Now it makes sense why the waste management.
The reporter chick, she's like, "We've got SWAT, National Guard, and a
garbage
truck. I guess they let it through. And it's huge, so you can fit Hellboy and all of his shit in there, man. He's got
and Abe.
And
his computers.
And his computers and shit. But you never see him use any of these other guns.
No, they're just there.
But Hellboy has an
arsenal
of fucking guns. And bubble packs of bullets. Did you see those? Yes. That cracked me up.
Well, they
just
have
to make him a pain in the ass to open them up. They're in these little bubble packs, at a department store.
Well, but they have to be because the half of them are glass. We see them,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
He puts the special stuff,
shit in them. So yeah, you'd need to protect them
so it doesn't break. Yeah. No, it made sense.
It made sense. It just cracked me up. It's just like, what? It's like
just that you see that before you know what his bullets are, right?
I'm like, you need a pair of scissors to reload your gun.
Until you know that his bullets were full of liquids and garlic and I don't know.
And garlic, silver, white oak.
But a lot of shit.
You know,
until you
sacred oil and all kinds of shit.
Until you know that the
wakes, he says.
Until you know that the bubble pack is weird. So it is weird. You see the bubble packs before knowing that the bullets are half glass. I'll agree with you. We also get to see though, like Abe and his crazy breathing apparatus.
Yeah, he has like this water filtration necklace thing. It just shoots water through his gills, I guess.
Which is okay, but you know, a fish breathes water kind of, not exactly, but kind of like how we would breathe air, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't just give them a tank of the same water that they're just constantly.
Maybe it's got like little like O2 tanks that like reintroduce nitrogen.
I'm not trying to dissect the science. I am just pointing out that
more than willing to sit
you
here
do that. I'm just my point was simply that is a little
unconventional. It is
because
weird.
I don't think that's how fish gills work.
It looks cool.
Like, no, it's dope.
Like
I love it. I love the like
blue pearl necklace thing,
and it drapes around.
Right?
Yeah, no, I love the look of it. All of it is amazing. I'm just saying, I don't know
think
enough
it works
about
that way.
I don't know enough about fish.
It would have to have a motor in it, like pushing the water in a circle.
But even if it's doing that, my point is like you can't put a rebreather on that has no new oxygen.
Yeah, there'd have to be a new supply,
right? Like he is.
Is there a tank on the back? Did we pay attention?
Like he is.
Maybe it's got like
I don't. But how? It's creating new water? That's what you're about to tell me?
It's putting air into the water? I don't know how fish fucking breathe.
I don't either, but
they filter oxygen out of the water.
I don't know how they breathe, but I'm pretty sure that they couldn't use the same water forever, which is essentially what this suit implies.
They will die if you leave them in just that bucket when you're fishing.
So this
I will agree.
This is my point, that I don't think this tank system works as well as the movie wants us to believe.
Somebody who does like aquariums or whatever, like how do you keep the air in your fucking tank? The O2. I should be specific.
While we're in the garbage truck and they're getting the breakdown of the situation at hand.
Yeah, the like debrief.
We do find out we see Hellboy looking over at Broom and just like you can see it like sad puppy dog eyes almost.
Are you still mad at me,
Daddy? Yeah,
Daddy?
you still mad? And he's
Daddy,
like,
Daddy, please.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah, you keep fucking breaking out and getting on TV and causing me a bunch of shit from FBI guy.
Like, just stop it, dude. Like, I hate that.
I am sick of talking to Agent Manning about how you were seen doing this.
And tired.
And have cancer, but I haven't told you that yet.
And I'm done with this, right?
Just stay in your damn room.
But now is when we see the bullets, right?
Dude, these are gigantic. These are freaking grenades. These aren't bullets. The Samaritan is a hell of a fucking gun. Big gun for a big man.
Yeah. They also tell us that they're going to... The reason they're here, right? Let's not forget the Code Red got called for a reason.
Yeah, there's a museum and something broke out of a statue.
A statue.
And killed
it was
all the
hollow
guards.
in the middle, and apparently it was a prison.
There's
for a demon.
Yeah, they named the statue as a saint of some kind. So I guess that's the connection to Christianity. Giving it power over the Cthulhu.
I guess. I get all of this.
It's all very vague.
I have very weird issues with all of it because again, like. The Cthulhu idea of a demon is not something that would be affected by Christianity.
No, if you read the Lovecraft books, they're like, there was never like a Benedictine monk performing an exorcism.
So again, like this overlap is strictly for their universe.
Yeah, somebody seriously got too hung up on the hell part of the Hellboy.
But so the statue though.
It was a dope statue.
And they realized that, again, like they said, it was a prison. Everybody, Hellboy, they're all kind of like, what do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
How big could it have been?
Yeah, and stuff. And then he looks up at the ceiling and there's this giant dog monster thing.
Well, and they get told, right?
Abe is on the radio like,
Samael.
The god of resurrection,
hound of resurrection. The hound. Because again, remember, hound back then didn't have to mean animal, despite this movie using it, right? Hound just meant like a workhorse thing, right? You mean like a hound in your army could be a soldier who's doing the most for you.
Right.
Didn't have to mean literal hound. But then the movie proceeds to first kind of imply that but then use the literal hound because
It's
they
a very
constantly make
dog-like
it
monster.
very wolf dog like
Yeah.
throughout the rest of the movie.
It looks so good.
It goes
though.
on all fours constantly.
Right.
They treat, despite the squid-like nature of everything on its head, right? Squid
It
head.
has the dog
It is a
face.
squid head, but yeah, it's got a canine like elongated muzzle.
Right.
They leaned hard.
Oh, it looks so good, and then
Into
the fact
Hound.
that it's a dude in a suit for like
A lot
most
of it, a lot of it.
except for like where it's like bouncing off
Yeah,
walls.
yeah, where
I get
you
that.
know a
You
person
have
couldn't
to
do
use
it.
CGI
But yeah,
for
any
that.
other time,
But even for a movie from like 2004, the CGI in this looks a lot better than a lot of the
it's
newer
because
movies.
they're doing it lightly, right?
Yeah, they
So, like,
knew
they-
where to use it.
Well, and they're taking like like even when it's just a dude in the suit, right? Like
There's
instead of
little
doing full
enhancements.
touch-ups,
Yeah.
all they're doing is like the highlights on his suit.
Yeah.
So that way it gets that wet amphibian look. And that's what you need to
That's
do.
all
But
you need
too
to
much
do.
today, they would put him in the suit, but then still completely redraw the suit on top
Oh,
of
dude,
him.
I've seen atrocious things where the suit is literally green.
Well,
So
see,
they can green screen
but the,
shit
the worst
onto
part is
it.
that even when they do a real suit, we don't usually see that much of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Like they will redraw
Yeah.
the suit on top of the suit,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
and
'cause
it's crazy.
It's like you'll go like look at like behind the scenes shit, and the monster is just like it's literally a green
well,
screen
I don't
suit.
even mean I don't even mean green. Like I'm trying to make. I'm saying like you will see things where they'll take a suit just like this guy's,
and just add
and they will
bits.
completely redraw on top of it the same suit. They just won't trust that we'll be okay with this. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah,
they did it
that's-
the right
yeah.
way. That instead
I
of
get
trying
what
to be
you're
like we
saying
should
now.
redraw everything in
We're
post,
just gonna make it
they highlighted.
wet.
Yeah, they went to give it the
Give
wet
the
highlights
eyes more
and stuff.
life and shit.
That's
Like,
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of it is just the eyes is the
Yes.
CGI.
And so that's what I'm getting at. Like,
I get it.
I agree. There's a lot of green screening today, but even when they don't green screen, they cheat.
Yeah.
In a way that is
It's-
so stupid.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. I'll see like, and it's like, oh, you made such a cool suit,
But
and
then we
you
never
see
see
it,
you
and
see
it's
the
like,
movie, and you're
but
like, "Where's the suit?
where's
That's
the
not the suit that I saw."
That's CGI.
Yeah.
Why? The CGI model looks like the suit, but
Well, it's because they
clearly
filmed
CGI.
the suit and then CGI drew on top of it. That's how they do
just
that.
give me the guy in the suit, man.
Well, if you're gonna take the time to make the suit,
Right,
definitely
just
give me
do
the
it.
guy in the suit, right? Like that's the real thing.
like they did here.
Why give me the time of building a suit if you're not gonna let me see the actual suit?
Right.
It'd be like doing Little Shop of Horrors, making the puppet and then CGIing on top of it.
Yeah,
Like, why take the time to make the puppet?
that would cost you so much more money too.
And it still does today.
Yeah, and then people still do it, and I wonder why budgets are out of this fucking control in Hollywood.
But yeah, so let's get back to the actual stuff.
Our CGI rant is over.
Sammy, though, as
I wrote, I did too.
as Hellboy calls him, and is a great nickname for
Right.
him, Sammy.
I'm not a very good shot, but the Samaritan here has really big bullets.
Yeah.
And you know what I appreciate about this? When he starts to run, he starts shooting at it. He fires 6 bullets
Because
and
it should
hits
be.
him on the 6th one. There's no standard Hollywood. I'm a fire 900 rounds out of my 6-shot revolver.
I remember seeing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff when this movie came out, and I feel like it was specifically
Del Toro's
mentioned.
really good about shit.
I was
like
about to say, I
this in
feel like
this
it was
movie.
specifically mentioned that he made sure to
Yeah.
be counting for different things like that. Like if it was a weapon, because again, they are using make believe weapons for a lot of this. So
Right.
again, he made sure though if it was something that you could clearly see, that they lived to that rule.
Yeah, like the Samaritan
Because you
revolver
can
and
see it's
shit.
a revolver,
It has
so
6
you can
rounds.
count divots. Yeah, exactly. You can count the divots
can
to
see
know
it.
like in between chambers and stuff.
He does
You can
that in
do it.
other movies and shit too. Like I feel like he's one of those directors that's like a
Well,
big
detail
stickler
is
for shit.
important.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like if you got like an AK and it's got 30 round
Well,
magazine,
you know, like, it's
it'll
real-
have 30 rounds.
It's real easy to, and not for everybody.
yeah.
But the more you know about a subject, it's easy to get dropped out of a world when you
Oh yeah.
know something is wrong, right? And so, like, it's important sometimes. It may
It's
not
really-
be important to everybody. It
It's
might
really
not-
hard being a history nerd watching a history movie.
I agree.
Leather bracers. I'm out. Those didn't exist. Nobody wore those in Rome.
But yeah, so he unloads the bullets, drops the thing.
Yeah.
Thank God.
It's over.
It's over.
It's
He's
done.
He's even doing the action star walk away.
Yeah,
right?
just
Like,
walking away.
But
and
you
shit.
see over his shoulder.
Yeah,
And it's nothing's happening at first, right? No, at the very beginning, nothing's happening. But then Abe calls in.
You really need to let me finish what I was telling you.
He's like, well, he says that, but he also he drops some information that if he knew the first time, he should have started with.
Yeah, you should.
Which is that this thing is called the Hound of Resurrection as one of its nicknames.
Yeah,
right?
because Hellboy's just like, no, I don't like that.
That doesn't sound good.
I hate that.
And now he doesn't stick around.
Fucking thing starts to get back up, and he's just like, god damn it. All right, well, how do I fucking kill it? It doesn't say. This isn't a very useful book.
Well, and it proves the point, though, when this happens of, remember when this all started and they first were talking about how it was imprisoned. He was like, why wouldn't they just kill it?
Yeah.
Now we're seeing.
Yeah, because you can't.
You can't.
All you could do was imprison it in
stone.
stone.
So I love that they did bring that, like they covered that little tiny like plot device and made sure to reintroduce the topic.
Very well written movie. For like just a comic book movie that I'm sure everybody was like, it's just gonna be just a little thing. No, it's extremely well written. There's not a lot of plot holes in it.
When all of this is starting to go down, Rasputin shows up.
Right, he gets kicked out the window and stuff, and then Rasputin's just like, look how
he starts monologuing to him.
Yeah,
to a person that doesn't know him.
Who the fuck he is.
Well, and should he know him? Think about this. Hellboy got here when they traded places.
Yeah. When did they ever even? Did
when
they go past each other in the portal?
Right,
I guess.
Like, when did he see?
Hey, look, there goes the bald guy.
Minus maybe referencing that he had seen the foretelling of him in one of his books.
Yeah, I guess.
But even then, he wouldn't have seen the baby him. The foretelling would have only had this adult, crazy horned version that we see soon.
Yeah, the fire breathing Hellboy.
Right? I didn't understand this monologue scene from fucking Rasputin here at all.
And then he just magic disappears.
Right? Like, it made no sense. I don't know why we needed it. I don't know why it was here.
Just to get them together so he could have an excuse to be like they've met each other, I guess. It's their meet cute.
Yeah.
They should hug and kiss.
Myers shows up.
He's like, I'm here to help. And nobody helps me.
Now, say what you want.
He did help him. He fucking got that.
He distracted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that in this movie where they don't actually help, but they do cause the distraction needed for the resolution to happen. Yeah. But they themselves are not in their head, their plan wasn't to be a distraction. In their head, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, technically,
I'm here to save the day.
It's an error that succeeds, right? Like, but they're still playing it off like I did this.
There's like a literary term for that. God damn it! I used to know things. I promise, listeners, I used to be a lot smarter.
It doesn't help to do that while you're drinking.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
So don't kick yourself, dude. Like, I mean, drinking doesn't help. Recall isn't great.
I went to college. I'm smart.
But yeah, he definitely is one of those moments where, again, he showed up and saves the day, but he didn't really not by what he was trying to do.
What he did absolutely fuck all, but bought Hellboy a second or two.
Yeah, it made Sammy not look at Hellboy.
She shoots him with a 40,
and
not even a 45. It was like a 9mm.
Yeah,
and he just looks at him like, the fuck.
If Hellboy's gun's not doing anything, that
little thing ain't doing shit.
But he tried. I mean, again, I'll at least give Myers the credit
for
balls
of steel.
He does a lot of dumb things.
Jumps right in, even rewinding 5 minutes when all the shit starts going down. He just looks at everybody and is just like, I'm going around back immediately. Dude's hard as nails.
Yep. The last bullet that we see Hellboy shoot, though, turns out to be tracking bullet. Genius. The man's a genius.
Oh, dude, I love that shot, dude. Like, when he puts it in the gun and you see the green glow and then he cocks the hammer back and it goes into the barrel. Oh, it's so fucking cool. I love some of the shots in this fucking movie are sick, dude. I love this shit.
But as soon as he shoots the tracking bullet, at the same time, Hellboy realizes he got stung.
There's a thing. Because Myers looks at him, he's like, what's on your arm? I love his reaction. He's just like, oh, crap.
Picks up, throws it off.
What the hell is that thing? I don't know. Let me go ask.
Now, I love this because we do find out that what it is.
Yeah, it's like
it's just egg sacs.
An egg pod. Lays eggs.
But I loved it because when it happened, all I was thinking was, oh, so Sammy dropped a tracker too.
Yeah, so you can keep track of
like I was
Hellboy.
Like double tracker. Like they both did the same thing to each other.
It would be able to feel its egg things, right?
That's what I thought from the
so
scene.
it
I was
would
like,
constantly know.
these guys had the same
That's how
thought.
it pops up on him
Right?
here
That's
in a second.
That's what I
didn't think of that. That's fucking good. Good job, man. But then the chase is on, right?
Well, and God bless.
And they run into like
God bless this thing
public.
being well, and God bless this thing being a feral demon.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't realize that the bullet might be tracking. You mean like
because
it doesn't
just
think that way.
oozes,
Yeah, well,
right? Oozes
it knows
bright
that it might be
green
able to
liquid.
track things because of this living organism. So its head doesn't think. It's feral. It's
Yeah.
animalistic. Its thoughts aren't
instinct.
It doesn't think that
Pheromones,
technology, right? Like
Right.
if it saw a living thing dangling
just
off of it,
shot,
it might think
right?
this is going to get me caught. But when it gets shot and it's bleeding, it's just like that's blood.
Yeah, I'm just bleeding, even though the blood is bright neon fucking green.
But yeah, this leads to the traffic scene. This is the scene that it was in
it's every trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he punches the car.
This
and
is what
flips
got
it.
you to go see the
Oh,
movie.
it was so cool.
I remember graphically this, like as soon as it started playing on the screen, I was like, oh, I remember this. It's the thing that if you see it, you will be like, I've seen this before. Even if you've never seen this movie before, I promise you somehow you've seen this clip before. It's just how it is.
Because it's a thing. They did this.
Yeah.
They flipped a fucking car.
Yeah, no, this is legitimate.
And then just
this
composited
this
Ron
isn't
Perlman
fake. Yeah,
into it. They just
the real
they
car
have like a
got flipped.
hydraulic
Yeah.
cannon and shit,
Yeah.
and they just
everybody
boosh.
that was in shot wasn't in shot, but yeah, it was a real car that got really flipped for sure. Yeah,
practical goddamn effects,
that's right.
baby.
But yeah, from here we then drop down to the subway. Right?
I love this part, man. This is so funny.
This is great because like we get a lot of subway jokes, right? Like the whole like they're running by the train for a second and like all the people are kind of like they're literally upset.
Like,
you mean like
who the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this monster that just ran
I'm
past
waiting
me?
for my fucking train, god damn it. Get out of my way.
Right, fuck you.
So we get lots of jokes like that. Very, very technically really like a late 90s joke. It's kind of weird to see this in like a mid 2000s movie because that is very much a late 90s like style like subway joke.
Yeah, because hadn't they like revamped
things were a little bit different than how we see here. But then we get the fight getting brought down onto the tracks, right? Man.
He finally just says fuck it and reaches for the electric fucking rail. Well, that takes a minute.
Like at first like it's just a chase, right? And then they're fighting.
Yeah, he gets knocked. He tries to jump on the train, and the conductor fucking taking the extinguisher. I'm on your side. Sure you are.
No,
buddy.
I loved
Bing,
this. I
bing.
loved it because again, Sammy got on the train, ran through
it.
Everybody's
Didn't
like, "What?
Kill anybody?
What?"
I thought that was a little weird.
They're all like, "What's going
fuck
on?
was that?
What was that thing?" And then Hellboy comes through trying to save the day, and they're like,
"Fuck
bullshit.
you, man!"
Run him over.
He gets up and his horns are like red hot from where the train kept busting him in the fucking skull.
But then Sammy's still there.
Yep.
And this is the moment. They're duking it out for a minute. And then finally, he's just like, fuck this. I'm done with it. Grabs that rail.
Him, dude.
Now, I have...
Awesome line here, dude.
It is, but I have issues with it because hit us with the line, then I'll talk about it.
I'm fireproof. You're not. And then he lights the cigar.
Okay.
Shouldn't the cigar be burned already?
That's not even my problem, dude. My problem is, yes, he did get electrocuted till a fire started.
He's electric proof.
Right? Like, at what point did that become one of his powers? Like, the fireproof, I get.
Yeah,
he is Hellboy, fireproof. I understand all of that. The primary thing that was happening to him
is electricity.
Not fire.
Which can generate a lot of...
It can. Well, it can. It can make a fire. It does not guaranteed make a fire. In this case, it did make a fire. That's fine.
What if it would have just stopped it, kill and didn't start a fire?
So
would it have killed both of them?
My issue just
would we have the next scene have been like them CPRing Hellboy back to life? Like, breathe, damn it! Come on, Red.
They're giving him powers he doesn't have. Right? Like they're not. Those aren't the same thing.
Yeah, they're not. Meh.
Yeah, it gets fine, but it's just like they were hammer fisting in because they wanted that action one-liner. That is probably
and on a subway. Like what else is generates heat besides the third
that's
rail
probably
thing.
my bigger problem. It's just like the hammer fisting of the one-liner. I love a good action star one-liner, but let's let it naturally work its way in.
Would have been cooler if the cigar was already lit when he picked it up. right, like it lit through the electricity
That'll
and
give you-
shit, that would have been way cool.
But again, like I said, they hammer fisted this one liner in, and it barely worked. All right.
all right. But hey, after that, Myers is like, "Hey, he calls him on the radio and shit," and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go later. See ya," and just cuts Myers off and shit. We know where he's going.
Yeah, well, again,
he's going off to see Liz.
Well, and it's funny because like Meyer didn't realize that this is the kind of thing he does after a mission.
It's his first day.
I understand it's his first day, but he already heard the like.
Yeah, they did.
You're
it,
grounded
right?
because of this behavior. Not that what was Meyer going to do to stop him?
Not a damn thing.
Exactly. Like, I mean, like even once you
grab that big red tail,
yeah,
like, you're not going anywhere.
Even once you're fully aware of the situation, you can't stop it.
Does he respond to tranquilizers at all?
Well, no, you just have to be. You have to be able to really relate. Again, this is what Broom's looking for.
Yeah, somebody who can talk to him.
We're literally about to see this. This is why Myers got picked. We can go ahead and talk about it. That way we don't got to slow down.
Yeah, because
right?
Myers has kind of picked his Broom's replacement.
That whole
right?
scene kind of slows things down. So
bit.
we'll just go ahead and just deal with it. Yeah, but so Myers is here, to be the replacement
for Broom because he's dying.
Yeah. And so Broom is looking for someone else.
I need somebody to look out for him.
He doesn't need
after
someone.
I'm gone.
He doesn't need someone else to be a father figure anymore. But he needs someone else who will care for Hellboy, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else that might come, everybody else in the FBI, the director of the FBI, all of them, they're going to treat him like
an asset.
He's a tool.
Yeah, that's it.
He's a weapon,
a weapon to be used
at their disposal,
at our discretion.
He is not a person.
So that's why
Broom
Myers
is looking for a guy who understands that all of these creatures, these things, Broom's things, oddities, that's what they call them, right? They're Broom's oddities, are living, breathing
sentient beings with feelings
that we should care about.
Like, isn't that like the whole arc of the movie is like what makes a man a man?
Kind of.
Shit. Like they mention it a few fucking times.
Kind of.
So like, even though he's like technically a demon from freaking hell,
he's
still like a man.
That's
right?
what the director character is for.
Yeah.
Right. He's to be the one who's the devil's advocate from the other side. He's the one to be like, nope, they're not. They're what I need them to be, and no more, no less. Let's get back on track because I've got more to say about that guy, but I want to save it. For
when it happens.
I wanted to get past the because it's a small conversation. They try to give it too much levity in the movie when we find out about Myers taking Broom's place. So I just go ahead and knock that one out of the way.
No.
The director I'll save for when we get to his stupid ass because he's got a lot of them and he's always an asshole. And I got lots to say.
Well, that's like right the next scene after the asylum bit,
but
right?
We've got a few more. We've got a few more.
He goes and steals the beer. I loved this shit. Like, there's like a couple. It is Halloween apparently.
Well, it's Halloween or close enough that they're already. I don't know if it is Halloween.
Meyer made a comment earlier, and I was like,
he mentions October.
I don't know if
Halloween. It's close enough. Is the real?
But then you
see
the people running around in costumes. I was like, I guess it is. Okay.
Well, again, like I said, I keep saying,
it's close enough.
It's close enough. He gets his beer.
Steals it with his tail. Bud Light too. Nah.
You
can drink it.
At least he brought beer.
It's water. It's basically water. It's bubbly water.
Some beer is better than no beer.
He could have showed up.
He could have showed up
empty-handed. I guess.
He is getting the beer and on his way to get to Liz. We do cut back to the body of Sammy.
Yeah.
Real quick. To see the two fireballs shoot out of his body.
Yeah, because
that comes back.
When one dies, two take its place. Something like that.
We don't know that yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Rasputin tells us.
Rasputin does it in like voiceover.
Yeah,
and says it when it's like disintegrating and shit.
Don't worry, my pet.
You will come back. And
I promise you.
I promise you. He has a great accent. I love this fucking guy. He did such a good Rasputin.
Yeah, so then we go back to it's him talking to Liz, right? Like she sees him. Well, she didn't even see him, right? Someone else saw him.
She's going down the hallway, and some lady's like, "There's a big red man outside."
And the nurse is like, "It's too early for Santa.
It's not Santa Claus." She's like, "No, not Santa, someone else." And Liz is like,
instantly,
I know who.
She didn't even look to check. She's just like, I need to go outside. And she's right. She gets out there. Yeah. It's him. They have
immediately shows concern. Like the first thing out of her mouth is like, "Oh, your arm."
We see that this is a strained whatever.
They've
right?
known each other for a long time, but there's something.
Well, I mainly point this
going
out
on.
is because up until now, like we have both said, it's only seemed like stalking.
A little bit, yeah. It's a little
Right?
creepy.
But now we see that it's not really stalking. Like she is in a gray area with how she feels about him,
Yeah.
right? So it technically is stalking, but you know what I mean? Like she doesn't feel like he's violating her yet.
Yeah.
He's definitely in a questionable spot. He's in a spot where in 2 weeks she might feel like he is violating her privacy. But right
give
now,
it a little bit longer,
yeah,
it's gonna.
but right
it's gonna
now,
tip into stalking.
right now, today, she was still okay.
He's
with
just checking on her.
right, and she's still okay with
Appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
But he's like, I want you to come back, and she's like, I can't. It sucks here, but I'm doing good. I haven't had an explosive episode. She hasn't lit anything on fire without meaning to.
Yeah.
In like months, and she's even learning to control it a little
Which
bit.
is
Like,
awesome.
and she like lights her hand on fire and stuff.
He's even
like, hey, fuck yeah,
that's dope. But for the wrong reason. Like she's telling him to be like, look at how good I'm doing here, out here, away from that.
He's
and
like,
he's
well,
thinking,
you're doing great. You can
you
come
can
back.
control it. Come back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they are having the same conversation
From
in different ways.
Yeah.
Right. Like she's trying to say, this is why I can't go back, and he's
need to
like,
stay here
that's why you
more.
can go back.
But then we flash back over to the museum, and FBI dude, he's
Jeffrey
fucking
Tambor.
yeah, he is pissed the fuck off.
Give me a second. It's Manning, director Manning.
Director Manning. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, well, he's pissed off. I kind of get where he's coming from, right?
There are a lot of dead bodies and
there's
a lot of
dumb
damage.
But as soon as you start to be like, I get him, right? I understand where he's coming from. He then starts saying awful shit about Abe.
Yeah.
And then Hellboy, who again, he's like, I wish they weren't here. And like my only
what
thought,
the fuck are you gonna do about this?
what are regular agents doing right now?
You saw
If
what happened to these security guards.
Well, and these two, like Hellboy got the shit knocked out of him.
right?
We're gonna pretend like other agents are doing better.
You could call Green Berets in this motherfucker. They're gonna get fucked up. They can't handle this.
So while I understand where the beginning came from,
yeah,
he loses me in the middle, and I'm completely checked out by the end.
yeah,
I'm just like, dude,
he starts yelling at Abe,
I'm
like,
I'm
don't touch that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm like, dude, you're getting further and further away from the plot. You've lost the plot.
You're an asshole.
Because again, what happens when Abe touches the shit? Exactly what's supposed to happen. Some precognition of shit.
Yeah,
in the
that's
past.
how he reads the psychic energies. And
He
then
touches the blade. What does he know?
like
It's
everything that
Cronin's.
happened.
Well, he also knows it's
it's
Cronin.
Cronin's, and then he Vulcan mind melds
well.
with.
This
the
is
professor.
also the point where we get to see, like, when he went during the fight, during the earlier. Well, we didn't even see Cronin. Like, we're seeing it now. He's showing us a little bit of the crazy flashback. We don't get to see the cool blades we saw earlier.
No, he's got the
These are cool. These
bladed
are dope.
nightstick things, but the Baraka blades
Yeah.
were way cooler.
Coming straight out of the wrist, somewhere.
Right? Just
like mechanical drop was
that
dope.
would have been way cooler.
I will at least give credit to these are like specially crafted. Like, like, I mean, he requested someone to make something like this for him. This isn't a normal weapon. This isn't just something you can go out and buy off the shelf.
I personally find it incredibly more dangerous to the user than the
It's
people
way
fucking
more
you're
dangerous.
trying to hit.
It just looks dope.
Dope as
We're just
fuck,
worried about the
though.
looks. Plus, they
Never
wanted,
underestimate the rule of cool.
they wanted to make a weapon that kind of resembled
And-
what he did earlier, right?
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be stealth mode now, so he's not wearing the jacket, so he couldn't
He's
drop
in like
them out.
ninja outfit.
Again, though, this is a man made of gears, so it could have came out of his wrist. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
You don't need to give me
It didn't need
The
the jacket.
jacket.
It could have came out of the palms of his fucking hands.
Wolverine style
Yeah,
for
that
all
would
I
have been
care.
with some blood shooting out. Oh,
Well, no blood, because again, at this
Oh,
point,
it's sand.
we
That's
see
right.
it's
That's
dried
right.
out.
Well, sand shoot out. That would have been cool. Pocket sand.
Pocket sand. I was just about to say that. But yeah, so this is very. It's so ridiculous that this man had a problem with Abe trying
Yeah.
to do his job
Do his
and
fucking
find this
job,
stuff
dude.
out. It is also such a problem that, like you said, we don't get the cool blades. These are still kind of cool. I would have preferred the Baraka.
Yeah, the original shot in the beginning was way cooler. Those were way,
And we
Assassin's
never see
Creed
them
style
again.
even right? No, he should have brought him
One
back like
trick.
later in the fight
Yeah,
with Hellboy.
nope.
Later on, should have made
The
a comeback.
only time we see blades from this point on, they are even from Cronin. The only time we see blades, knives or these things.
Yep, that's it.
We never see the wrist drop ones again.
So just fucking pointed.
It was, man. because I really badass like wanted to see those things drop out of his wrist one more time.
Me too.
One more
All right.
time. One more
All
time.
right, all right, man. Well, I know I have the solution. Let's get in the TARDIS. Let's go back. We'll fix it. I'm sure the doctor will come back for it eventually, but until then, I say we get to use it.
While we're seeing all the stuff in the museum, we have to point out, again, we see the crazy blade work of Cronin in the past, this little flashback.
Dope
We
little
see
scene.
Ilsa is here in the museum. It's so funny to see her show up because, right, we see Cronin come in. He does all this like super,
ninja
like I said,
shit, like goes
he's
down
in-
the wall.
He's
and
in
shit?
stealth mode. Like I said,
Yeah.
that's why we don't get the Baraka blades because he's in stealth mode, right?
Right.
He goes stealth mode. He comes, he spider fucking like crab walks backwards at the end, trying to be sneaky. And then she walks in with a goddamn hammer.
sledgehammer. Did you notice that when she swung on the fucking thing, that beam came back and hit her in the
Yes.
face?
She did really good to
not sell it at all.
She totally pretended
She
like
just-
nothing happened.
That did not just hit me in the face. We're just gonna keep going with the take.
But yeah, it was so funny to me.
He
for
does
them-
all this shit, and she
Yes,
just walks
and
up
she
with this
walks
big
in
ass.
out from nowhere. Like again, we're seeing the lasers are supposed to be around, and he
I
snuck
don't give
in
a fuck.
around them. He didn't even sneak in around them and turn it off. He just
No.
snuck in around them, and then she walks up.
It just smashes. The
Literally
thing.
to the point that after she smashes the thing, you can still see a laser. And I was like, so what was he sneaking around? Like, why did we have to do this? The lasers are still armed.
We bought the wire rig. We had to use it.
I don't
right?
know. It was so funny to me watching it, just to be like, why did we do this?
Right.
What was this choice?
Because she just walks up behind. Dude.
Oh, like nothing,
Like,
dude.
it's even funnier because she walks up like, why did you do all this sneaking shit? We're just gonna smash it with the hammer.
It was so crazy. This is the point where we hear a couple of things, right? This is actually when we find out that Rasputin, it wasn't a voiceover. Rasputin right now, when they're in the museum, is when he gives the incantation.
Oh, yeah,
After
that's
breaking
right.
they break it right here, right? Like
Yeah.
they do all this shit, break the glass, get to the statue, and then she whacks
She
the
grabs
statue.
the like jar of sand, and then Rasputin's just like,
It's not sand.
The tears of 1,000 angels. I'm so
What the fuck does
fucking
that
sorry.
even mean? What does that even mean?
And I don't think there would be this much. You really want like
Well,
salt
get it-
is
well-
really small, and 1,000's not really that much.
well, no, but no,
and
but-
tears are small.
no, but
like-
1,000 tears because they have to then dehydrate into salt.
Still don't think you'd get a huge jar like that.
Well, yeah, dude. 1,000 tears has to be more than 1 grain of salt per tear, right?
Getting
I don't believe this
getting
at all.
into the
I'm just
fucking
trying to be
math
funny
of
to you.
fucking like the angel tears.
I'm just
well,
being funny to
if
you.
you extrapolate the volume of each teardrop and the salinity, let's break out the charts. Let's hit the calculators. Everybody, we'll figure this math out here.
Yeah.
I'm calling bullshit on the size of this.
Well, again,
container.
I don't believe any of it because, again, this is supposed to be a cosmic entity. Why is
the angel tears?
Yeah.
And why is it
Well, unless we're
the
talking
thing that is resurrecting the
unless
demon?
we're talking Old Testament angel tears. Do you know what an Old Testament angel looks like?
It's a giant eyeball.
It's like,
thing.
well, no, it's a giant like ball of eyeballs,
Yeah.
many eyeballs.
Then
I
can
can
get-
believe
Never
it
mind.
produces tears that
I
can produce
retract.
this-
I was thinking, like Saint Michael.
Yeah, yeah. I totally believe you were thinking like Archangel. With,
Yeah, archangel shit
with the wings.
with the wings and the sword of fire.
Yeah.
And
No, but if we're
New
talking
Testament
if we're talking
angels.
Old Testament angels,
Testament were like D&D fucking monsters.
I totally believe that its tears could do this.
Yeah, there's definitely enough eyeballs for 1,000 of them. You're gonna get a
Now,
bunch.
that being said, we are saying we get the Christian crossover right now, but you lose us on Jesus because that's New Testament.
Yep, that's New Testament again.
Old Testament, I will stand by, fits
There's
this.
some batshit stuff in there.
There's
I've
some
read it.
Cthulhu level things.
Yep.
There is God breathing fire from his snout. That is a direct
Also
quote
true.
line from Revelations.
He turned people into pillars of salt.
So I can believe this. I can believe this Old Testament style
Yeah,
shit.
Old Testament was wild, dude.
Rasputin though, like I said, Rasputin. So we find out that, like you said earlier, you thought it was just the voiceover, but we find out right now it's not. It wasn't a voiceover. It's actually him talking. But so the dog resurrects on its own. It is a god of resurrection.
Yeah.
But Rasputin doubles up this process because he now makes it to where not only does it resurrect, when it resurrects,
2 of them.
2 more come back.
Yeah.
Right? Now, my only problem with this is, again, we heard this is a god of resurrection, right? So he should be coming back anyway.
Yeah.
Rasputin words it as when you die to come back in your place. So my only question to that, right, is the original one actually dead, or is it going to come back? And then we have 3.
It's like a cell. It just amoebas into another one.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, because we see the 2 flames, right? And we do throughout the movie see that when the flames come up, the eggs
hatches. Yeah.
So I'm fine.
They're kind of cute when they hatch.
Well, so again, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that means that this dead one then produces 2. But does the dead one come back? It is a god of resurrection. Resurrection would mean come back from the dead.
There should be 3.
Not once you die, your spirit goes somewhere else.
Yeah, there should be 3. That one should come back.
That's reincarnation.
Right?
Its spirit goes somewhere else.
Yeah, that one should come back, and then 2 more should be born after.
Right?
So there should be 3.
So we should be seeing this one come back, and
Plus
then
2
what
more.
Rasputin did brings the 2 more. But the movie implies that every time
one dies,
it died,
and then
the
it's just
egg
2.
one. Well, originally 1. Rasputin did the spell that makes it 2.
2.
Right? So, but again, my point being that wouldn't be a god of resurrection. That's a god of reincarnation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
I know I am slicing the most
they're
like
splitting
craziest.
the finest of ass hairs, but fuck you.
But
it's important.
We can't agree though, right? Like
no, I agree. If we're doing
resurrection means the
and then
dead
you add
thing,
the spell,
right?
There should be 3.
Because resurrect. Well, I mean, regardless of his spell, resurrection. He is the god of resurrection.
It should just
resurrection means dead thing back, right? Not dead thing reborn.
Yep,
dead thing
just
back.
come back. It just regrows from whatever wound.
And that's not what we see.
No,
they imply that bodies are dead. Yeah,
away.
they imply they're gone.
Yep.
Small thing really bothered me. Don't know why it did, but it did.
I spent hours and hours late at night just fuming about it. But as we've mentioned, the eggs, Abe does explain to us here in a minute because he pulls a couple of them out of Hellboy's arm when he's doctoring them out and stuff, and it's like, all right, well, we gotta go destroy all these eggs, right?
Well, and we find out from him that the eggs need like a host, essentially a human, right? Like essentially
or a dark, damp environment,
and so
shit.
You either have these things springing from people or from what we later see is like the sewer. Well, I guess a person wouldn't work, which is weird because we see him like shooting some of these weird stingers.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Can they just do both?
Maybe
it's just an extra mean way to do it.
Maybe
shooting the stinger thing.
But yeah, so we do see that there are like egg sacs all over the place.
Yeah.
Later on,
so
like
we're gonna
basically like every time it finds water, almost later on.
Yeah. Dr. Broom is just like, all right, well, you all are gonna go tomorrow and back to the sewer where you fought the thing and see if you can find these eggs and get rid of them, right? Like that's the big mission that they're about to go on. Then it cuts over to the asylum, right? Like this is where Rasputin magics into Liz's room.
Well, also though, right before we see that, we also see like Myers is doing his deep dive. Basically, this is a whole moment about Liz, right? Like we see. We saw that the agents showed up to get Hellboy from Liz.
Yeah, the nanny squad.
Yeah, and so like they get him, and then we have it's just like everybody circles around Liz for a second.
Yep.
So we see Rasputin in a weird dream, something visits her and makes her start having
he like kisses her on
again.
The forehead, and she like lights her room on fire because she has the dream of when she was a kid and they were throwing rocks at her, and I guess she just fucking killed those kids.
But so at the same time though, Myers is starting to do his deep dive on Liz because he wants to know more about her and what her connection to all of this is. Which is fair. He's supposed to be the future person running this group. He should know who all's been in it.
Very obvious that Hellboy is like caught up on her, so he should know who she is.
This is also when we find out she doesn't like the fire starter. This is when we get that
the little video that he's watching.
It says
like fire starter.
Yeah.
Pyrokinesis sounds like a mental illness,
and so she just doesn't like any of those. She's just good with fire.
Yeah, just good with fire. It's fine.
But so this is that point where you start to question to yourself like, what's everybody's connection, right? Like, why is Rasputin want Hellboy but also care about Liz?
Yeah, like why
is all of these things connected? What's the factor that connects them?
He's part of his weird plan somehow.
Well, he has a weird plan.
He has a plan. And part of
yeah, like
it
you
is
said, her,
getting her to blow up this fucking asylum.
Well, that does have a purpose. Though.
Everyone in that building is dead. I don't care what they say.
Well, they don't tell us anything, so we don't actually know.
Everyone is dead. The nice old lady who is like, it's a man in red, dead.
The fire is gone, and it did serve a purpose. It's because he wanted her to be close.
Have to go back to
He wants her to be back
the bureau
with Hellboy and close to him.
Yeah.
Because he wants, again, essentially just use her as a pawn. It has nothing else to do with anything.
Yeah, Rasputin.
She doesn't have a real
giant
role.
game of cosmic chess right now.
But so yeah, all of this was just to make her go back, like burning down. It was just to burn down the place so she couldn't live there.
Yeah,
because he knew
you have to go back.
She would go
nowhere else to go.
She would
now.
go back there because it's the only other place she knew was a home. Yeah. But now is when we also get to see one of those weird deliveries of food. Like, this is like comic relief in the movie, right? Like the random times we get to see food delivered to Hellboy.
Right.
But this is the breakfast. Yeah, this is the breakfast. And so we see like mountains of pancakes. And then like, what is like a wheelbarrow full of bacon, right? And then the person mentions sausage patties.
They're coming.
Yeah, we don't see them.
They're not
They're
done
on
yet.
the way.
They're coming.
Again, the food is used for comic relief in the movie.
Because it's ridiculous how much it is.
Myers, though, is talking to Hellboy about some of this stuff, and Liz coming in.
Yeah, he thinks he can help. He thinks he can bring her back in.
Hellboy instantly jealous. Like, you see it all over his
hell
face.
Would you know?
The second Myers said her name.
Right? What are you looking into her for? My girl.
He should have known better immediately. This is when we got the conversation that we've already talked about. This is when Broom says to Myers,
I brought you in to be my replacement. We've already covered that.
We're not worried about that. Because, again, this scene drags.
Yeah, it does. It's
and so is anything we can do to just make this moment
basically,
go past.
it's like, I'm dying. Help! I need somebody to look after the guy when I'm
He wants someone to help him become a man.
And be his friend.
Right?
And shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Because right now, especially Broom, because he is the father figure, still definitely sees him as boy.
Yeah.
And so he's literally looking for the person.
Because you're always a kid to your parents, no matter how old you get.
And so he's just looking for that person.
And then they go on the mission to find all the eggs. Abe, Red. I like how they give him the call. So it's like red and blue and red. They're going in. And they have a little team with them, Clay and these two other poor bastards that might as well have fucking red shirts on.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that. From this point of the movie on, there's a lot of random
shirts. Agent that you see, pretty much expect that guy to fucking die from this point on. But were you super stressed for Abe in this scene when he goes diving underwater for the eggs and shit? Like, when first time I saw this in theaters, I legit thought they were gonna kill him.
One thing we need to talk about before we get to the stuff with Abe going into the water is Hellboy giving him the reliquary.
Yeah, he's the pinky of Saint somebody.
Because that's very important. Like, you don't think it's going to be, but it's important for the opposite reason, right? Because you think that having it is what protected him. Because technically, when he lets go of it, he does get hurt.
He does get attacked.
But if he never had it in the first place,
would have got attacked immediately, right?
No, he wouldn't have gotten attacked at all. Nothing would have changed in his mission, right? It was all the same.
Yeah.
So he never got attacked in the beginning. He only got attacked because he dropped it. So if he didn't have it, he never would have dropped it.
So he wouldn't have got attacked to begin with.
That's what I was saying.
All right.
I'm saying Hellboy caused him to get hurt by giving him...
your goddamn fault.
His good luck charm was not good luck because it actually caused the opposite.
Yeah, I guess it's the
thing that gives it away. If Abe wouldn't have been in his own head about getting it back, he wouldn't have gotten hurt.
Oh no, it fell.
Because it itself... Again, it all depends on your definition of luck.
Yeah.
It maybe was protecting him and letting go of it unprotected him. But from someone who doesn't necessarily believe in luck, I'm saying he was always fine, and then he freaked out to try to pick it up and got hurt.
My magic talisman is gone. I'm going to make a lot of noise trying to get it back. Yes.
I
get what you're saying.
It all depends on your... much like, I guess, a lot of this. It's all your point of view. And my point of view is definitely...
everything's up for interpretation.
My point of view is definitely that, that if Abe just wasn't worried about this damn thing in the first place...
If he'd have just been like, oh, it fell.
Well, again, if he just wouldn't have been given it, so he wasn't thinking about it. It wasn't even a thought in his head.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, he just would have
swam down there and done what he planned on doing.
Yeah, because it's not like we see a huge pile of eggs down there, do we? It's only like
there's
a few,
couple
like
it's only a
floating
few.
around.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it could have been like really easy job, but he does.
But yeah, he's down there. He sees the eggs. He loses the reliquary. Sammy shows up. Sammy.
Sammy.
We have to point out now because now we know it's not one.
Yeah, there's 3 at this point. I think 2.
I don't
2
know.
or 3.
I'm not going to try to tell you I know how many are existing at any given point because I'm not trying to keep up with it. I'm just saying
They are infinite.
my main point is just that it's more like this is a species, less like this is a thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is not a deity as much as it is a species.
It's just a regular ass animal in that
So
dimension.
like my point is like we call it Sammy, but it's not like we should call it Sammy. We should call them Sammys.
It's that version of their squirrel.
So that's
right?
that was my only point.
Dimension X's version of a fucking chipmunk, right? It just pops through. They've got fucking millions of them.
As soon as this is going down in the bottom, though, he starts to notice that there's a Sammy and it's coming around towards him.
Yeah.
He gives his emergency.
Yeah, like
it's
beacon thing.
I guess it's like he was making a sound that can't be heard in the water, but they maybe I don't really understand what the hell was going on.
Because didn't he have the thing on his belt? Why didn't he just click the thing on his belt? Because he does later. He turns that on. They're like, oh, something's wrong with Abe.
But so he does something. Some of them are vaguely like, what?
What? Oh, something's
And they're
up.
like, something's crazy going on. And literally you can see the 2 of them in the tunnel behind them. And they're like, the one guy's like, oh, we got it. And pulls out the fucking BFG 9000 fucking gun.
Fucking flamethrower thing and shit.
It wasn't even a flamethrower. It was definitely supposed to be mystic.
There's
something.
There's only one. I'll get it real quick. And the other dude's like, no.
The reason I know it wasn't just a flamethrower is because it was charging, right? Like, 'cause that's why he died. He's charging. Come on, it was a flamethrower. Gas just goes.
Fucking the plasma cannon from fucking Doom.
Well, that's what I said.
Right.
That's what the BFG 9000 is. That's the name of the plasma cannon from Doom. Okay. You missed the reference. That was already said.
I didn't hear you say it.
Yeah, so he pulled out the BFG 9000 as soon as he heard those 2 in the back hallway.
You gotta walk around with that thing charged. You just hold.
That's what they. That was my next note.
You just hold it down.
If you know
right?
that it needs to be charged, and you're in a situation,
you just walk around with that fucker held down, right?
You would be ready to go all the time, but he wasn't. He got taken. He got dropped. He's a moron.
Our 2 red shirts get killed,
obviously, as they would.
And then Cronin shows up, and Hellboy goes running off after him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Red chases after Cronin, gets separated from the rest of the team because Clay kind of goes after him. And then that's when other 2 dudes get fucking killed.
Yeah. I was about to say, technically, it's hard to know exactly when what was happening. This is one of those, like, they're cutting between everybody so much.
They're cutting in between shit.
I think we technically saw the stuff with Hellboy and Cronin before this, but I can't tell you when it was supposed to happen.
Yeah, it all happens down in the sewers.
Yeah,
though.
all of this is happening concurrently. That's all that really matters. After seeing Cronin, he doesn't actually follow him, though, right? Like, he chases him down and then loses him, but then finds Sammy. And
and then they have another big fight all the way.
This is like another
it goes on for like 15 minutes. This is a huge fight through the subway. And the kittens.
Yep.
There's like a box of kittens and shit. And he's fighting.
The lady screaming. The lady keeps screaming.
Be careful with my kittens.
He's literally like already got them saved.
Right?
And he's just like, what else can I do?
Lady, cut me a fucking break. What do you want from me here? But yeah, that goes on for a fucking while.
Yeah.
But he
well, and this is that moment where if you were confused the first time they mentioned kittens, that you know he actually likes them. Because the first time they mention it, you might think he's talking about eating them. Because he's talking about food. And he says something about getting him lots of cats.
If you miss it, if you blink, you miss it. There is a cat when they say that.
And later on, here in a minute, we'll see Liz down
there.
They're
all over the place. But in the first scene, there's
literally
like one.
right now,
yeah,
you could have been. I wouldn't have blamed you if you thought he ate cats.
But no, he's there and they have the little.
He is not Alf. He's not eating cats. He's okay.
But as this is going on, he's fighting the Samael and all this shit.
He's fighting the one up top.
Yeah, poor fucking Clay gets jumped by fucking Cronin and he dies. Not right now. Like they mention it later in dialogue. It's like he probably won't survive the night and shit. And then you never hear from him again. So I have to assume poor Agent Clay gets killed. But it's all just a big setup. So Cronin can get his body taken back to the bureau.
Yeah, well, because exactly, he kills Clay, and then before Hellboy can get into the room to see
he
it,
shuts himself
he
off.
turns this thing off and is
essentially
just
trying to
laying
shut
there,
down
yeah.
all of his functionality.
To pretend to be
Now,
dead.
mind you, while all of this has been going on, Abe is still not okay, right?
Yeah, no, he comes out of the water like wounded and hiding.
Well,
and
my
shit,
point,
right?
yeah, like my point though is just like
no
all
one,
of all
no
of
one
this
checked on him.
Well, all of this started from him.
Yeah.
He gave out the fucking warning call or like, come get me, come save me. Hellboy started his bashing through the walls to get to him.
Then we just forget about him. We just cut back to the bureau, and he's like in like a
He's healing now.
in the tank.
But
with
my
the
point was
shit
just
on
like,
him.
fuck a bunch of these people. Like,
They
again,
just
like
left
Abe
him.
doesn't
They just
matter.
fucking left him, the poor fucker. And this is where Hellboy is getting chewed the fuck out by Agent
Yeah, well,
Manning.
this is again my problem with the director is like, who is doing a better job? Again, if these two are having issues, if Hellboy and fucking Abe are being injured,
Yeah.
Clay died.
Yeah.
We can assume Clay's one of the
Like-
better agents. That's why he got assigned
Signed to
here.
Hellboy, yeah.
What the fuck is the director
What
Manning
were
going
we
on
supposed
about?
to do? Like, one of our best got killed, dude. Like, these were my friends. I've known these guys for fucking years. Hellboy even tries to tell him and shit. What the fuck do you goddamn know? It's part of the fucking job. He gets pissed off. He pulls like a water heater, I
Yeah.
guess, out of the fucking floor, throws it. And this is about the time.
Ends the conversation.
It happens at such a bad time because, like, Liz shows up. And she's all hugging on Dr. Broom, like, "Oh, I'm glad to be back." And then the thing just flies through the wall, and dude.
Oh, she's
Agent Manning is just like, "I
she
want
says
him arrested."
something's never changed, right? Like, she's
home
just
sweet
like,
home.
yeah. She does not seem so happy.
No,
about
and
it.
no, everybody's a little mad at him. They all kind of leave him in the hallway, and he's like, "What? What the fuck? Why are you all mad?"
But so that this is when those who have a talk about her being back, right? Like, it's like their real heart to heart moment, and they're having this.
He's like trying to write the letter in his room and shit, and she comes in.
Is when we find out this is when
where
they go on their coffee date. Yeah, so this is when she hits us with the coffee date. You can tell instantly Hellboy is
super
jealous.
jealous.
He does not like it. He's gonna follow. He follows Myers and them because he can't have this.
No, he can't handle it and stuff. They're having way too good a time. He even throws a rock.
Well, while he goes off to chase them down, we then also see that this is when Broom is going to do the autopsy on Cronin himself.
Yeah, he pulls all of the
With
mechanical
nobody
shit out.
else there.
Nobody.
That's stupid.
It is. Security is awfully lax on this freaking
Well, not
place.
even just that. Like, I mean, literally, specifically, Broom himself knows Cronin and his history. It's just dumb of him to willingly. I don't care about security. I care about Broom knowing he shouldn't, right? Like,
you should
he
not
should
for
know
a
better.
second thought that this guy was actually
It doesn't
dead.
matter if security was there or not. He should have just never started. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what their security protocol is. That man should have
Burn
been
the
like,
body. We didn't need to bring him back.
That's what I'm saying. That man should have been like, this is stupid. We don't need this body
we'll
here.
just throw you in a vat of acid, get rid of you.
The dumbness came way before
melt
security
down the
checks.
metal parts, you know.
But instead, we see he does like a full autopsy, pulls out all the parts. I have issue with this. Magic, whatever, mechanical, whatever.
They're out.
Once every piece is no longer functioning, once everything is separated,
He should be inert.
like, even if you want
Like
to tell
if
me,
he gutted a clock,
even if you want
it's
to tell
not
me
gonna
magic,
work.
like, right? Like, you want to tell
Yeah.
me there's a magical component. The second every piece that is doing the non-magical stuff is gone, the magic can't still do anything because the
No.
non-magical components are missing.
No.
Because we live in a world where these things they mesh.
And they really pushed home the fact that, like, he is a mechanical.
Oh yeah, no.
thing.
The
like,
one
he
thing
runs
is from
off
his,
of a
well, the one thing is from his
mechanism.
heart,
Yeah.
right? The one thing literally was a straight.
So when you
hole.
take that damn thing out, he should not function at all.
So I have major issue with this.
I do too. But I love the fucking
No, it was
makeup.
great. It was
is so
and it was a
fucking
great.
creepy.
It's a great Trojan horse moment.
It really is. But then, long story.
Let's just get to it. Yeah, we don't need to jump around
Rasputin
because
and
they're going
him
to jump
come
around
back,
a little bit.
Yeah, they come back, kill fucking Dr. Broom, and Rasputin's
we don't even need to worry about Rasputin because it happens before the
it's
Rasputin
all part.
stuff.
It's all part of his plan.
Well, before Rasputin, I mean, this is literally just Cronin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets killed from Cronin.
Yeah.
You said Rasputin.
Well, Rasputin's there and shit.
I'm just saying Rasputin didn't do the.
I know he didn't kill him. It's all part of his plan. This is what do you say? The last breadcrumb.
Yeah.
To bring Hellboy to his
Yeah.
destiny. Then we cut back to the date. and stuff. So he's on the roof. They're on the date, and he throws the rock and hits Myers in the head because he does the yawn trick, right? And does that shit.
Yeah.
On the little date. I love it. He goes, the pigeon kid. He runs into pigeon kid, and he's just like, I'm on a mission.
The pigeon kid gives him.
They're spies. And the kid brings out the cookies and all this other stuff. And
Pigeon boy.
Again, pigeon boy. He has pigeons on his. Is that just his hobby? You think he just hangs out with pigeons?
Yeah, I'm not real sure.
Shit. But the kid tries to offer him up the advice. Like, man, maybe you ought to like go tell her how you feel and shit and stuff. He's like, man, it's not that simple. And besides, what the hell do you know giving me advice? You're 9. And about that time, they hear cars pull up. Hellboy jumps up and he's like, something's wrong. And then it's so sad because the even Agent Manning is just like, all right, I'm not gonna be an asshole right now because dude is dead. And then we get the sad funeral. Which how much do you think it actually rained that day, or did they use a rain machine?
Oh, it was a machine. There's
right because there's a fuck ton of rain during this funeral scene. But we gotta go. We gotta go to Moscow. We gotta stop Rasputin from destroying the fucking world.
But one thing I want to point out, though, before we even get to that, is like Cronin kills Broom. Rasputin was there. Broom sees that. The crazy part about this was the lack of surprise from Broom.
Yeah,
he's like, this is the moment. Like he technically didn't know Rasputin was back for only Hellboy, and Hellboy didn't know who he was. Right? Broom was just like, oh,
well, there's the puppet. Where's the puppeteer? Oh, there you are.
Well, again. Unsurprised, man. Like, if he knew this was a possibility, why didn't Hellboy know who he was? You thought your whole life Rasputin could be coming back, and you thought Hellboy...
maybe fill somebody in on that, right?
You thought Hellboy was somehow connected to it and might be able to help stop whatever this plan is. You never thought to tell him, hey, this dude might be coming back.
Yeah. And you might want to look out for him.
You should know what he
looks like this.
Yeah, you should.
He's a bald guy.
Let me tell you what he looks like so that way you'll know him when he shows up.
Likes to wear cool square sunglasses.
Nothing at all.
It's a blonde bitch that follows him around.
So again, like I said, it's just so weird that he sees him. No surprise.
No dossier, nothing. No little like information packet for him.
Well, because think about how much. I guess this is one of those. If it would happen that way, the movie wouldn't exist. But this is one of those like really big problems because he would definitely tell the kid.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
Hey, when I found you, there was this
other guy. He disappeared.
Yeah, he might come back and try to.
He might have went to where
his whole plan had something to do with
you. He might have went to where you came from.
Right.
We're not sure.
Not sure, but his whole plan had something to do with you. We're pretty sure.
We're about to
go on our trip. We're going to Moscow. Agent Manning's in charge.
We'd already seen this letter, right? This was the piece of paper.
Yeah, the little piece of scrap paper that shows like the mausoleum.
It says the number that they're looking for.
Number 16 something or some shit.
And so they use whatever premature internet type stuff was existing at the time to realize that means Russia. And they need to go there, specifically to the mausoleum. They make it, and the director says he's going to go with. I was like, why do you even want to be part of this? Why are you going?
Right, like just to keep an eye on Hellboy because he doesn't like that he's going, I guess.
But so they get there. We see more of this like MI6 type stuff, right? They're bringing out the grenades.
Oh yeah,
showing the crazy like they're like mini A-bombs. Right? Like the way they're describing them.
Fucking Vulcan grenades.
Yeah, dude, like
they called them
crazy
and shit. Some 40K
little
shit.
fucking grenades. This is when we hear the Sparky nickname get dropped, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sure Myers gave you that."
Yeah. Your nickname is Red. It's not that clever either, man.
Sparky is clever though. Come on now. Is for a girl who won't let us call her Firestarter, Sparky is good.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Say he can give it up.
I do feel bad for him though. They just kind of shoved him in a shipping crate.
Well,
on the back of a truck.
He got there.
Yeah. If we don't get there
it's
soon,
not like
I'm gonna puke.
It's not like everybody else had like a comfy ride. I'd imagine they were all in like
they're cold.
They're all in like intac or something, right? Like, come on now.
And he produces his own heat, right? You ain't got to worry about getting cold.
So, like I said, I mean, it's questionable who had the worst ride.
Yeah, it's fair.
So they get out to the cemetery, and we get to see another one of Hellboy's talents, right?
Yeah.
The compass that helps him find
dead people he can talk to, or is it just ones he can bring back?
Those are the same. Ones he can bring back are ones he can talk to.
That's stupid
I know what you meant, but I'm just saying, like, from what you said, same
The
season.
exact same thing. I just said it 2 different ways.
But yeah, but again, keep in mind, like, these aren't. It's not like you have to be freshly dead. Ivan is
this guy
super
is
old.
he doesn't even have a lower body. He's just like torso.
What's funny to me is if you've seen the new D&D movie, they almost steal this scene
They
like
do?
1 for 1.
That's
dude.
fucking.
They go
great.
to a cemetery. They do a spell. It brings the dead body
just bring
back.
him
It's
back.
It's a guy who's been dead forever. He's a skeleton. There's a whole bunch of like.
That's fucking.
There's a whole bunch of comic relief with them and the dead guy. Like it's so close to the same kind of joke.
Thing.
It's
That's
so
fucking
good.
Fantastic. I loved it in this movie.
I remember seeing the D&D movie and not remembering where I had seen the gag before. And so when I saw this, I was like, fuck yes, thank God.
there
Now
it
I
is.
remember where it's
They
from.
ripped it off of this fucking movie.
But yeah, so we get this whole thing. He finds Ivan, the dead body, who helps him realize that they are 60 yards. 60 yards. I mean, they could
and
have
like 3 to the left. Or
they could have
something like
thrown
that.
a rock
Right?
and hit the mausoleum
Literally,
they
it's
needed.
right over there.
Like they were camped on one, and they could have literally just like just by rolled a dice and
Right.
ended up 3 over and at the right one. So crazy.
I mean, to be dude's grid pattern would have worked out great.
Yeah,
Then.
I mean,
Wouldn't
don't
have
get me
took-
wrong.
Wouldn't have took that long.
it
if
would have
was-
taken a lot longer than what happened.
Yeah.
Though. You gotta give Hellboy. He was right.
He was right. I love that. He's like, I'll just ask for directions. Just pulls a dead guy up.
But in all fairness,
and we take dead guy with us
if
too.
Director Manning didn't know he could do that, that is on Manning. I'll give you that. But if he didn't know he could do that, it's not like his idea was bad.
no,
He just
satellite
didn't
imagery.
know.
All
Yeah,
kinds.
he
That
just-
is totally
he didn't-
fine.
He didn't
Standard
know
procedure.
everything at his disposal.
He doesn't look into the magic part.
But then they go inside, right? And as soon as they go inside, they start to work their way around. And he's just like, as long as we don't get split up,
As
we're
soon
gonna
as he
be
says
okay.
it, it's like as long as nobody separates.
A
and then the
magical wall.
walls just start popping up.
Like, you want to talk
Separates
about
everybody.
like too convenient, right? Like storytelling is storytelling, but that was silly,
Right, as soon as he said it.
And of course, it splits them up into the exact worst splitting of groups, right?
Yep.
Like you got Hellboy going off with the director and a red shirt,
Yeah, red shirt.
and
Poor
then
guy.
you got Myers going off with Liz and a red shirt, and you're just like, oh God, couldn't we have just had like? Couldn't we put all red shirts together?
Yeah, all the red shirts together.
Just
They
so
could've
that
died
group
together.
That
They
group
just-
is gone,
yeah, they
but
just
our
die by
heroes
themselves.
can move the story
Reconverge,
along.
right.
No, I say let's go with Hellboy first. Right?
Yeah, let's go
That's
with
how the
them.
movie does Hellboy.
Yeah, they
first,
go
right?
with Hellboy.
So they start walking across a bridge. Him, the director, and their red shirt, and
They get in a little
well,
disagreement.
the director's like, we're not going any further because it looks insane. Like they
Yeah.
knocked the railing off, and it looks like it. This is like one of those, what is it, Escher
it's-
paintings?
Yeah, with
right
all
where the stairs that go
gears and
wrong
weird
directions.
shit all
Yeah.
over the place.
So the director's like, we're never going to know where we're going.
Right.
We're going to turn around. Even though the door shut behind them, right? Like,
Yeah.
if they would have turned around, they couldn't have left.
they can bust the door down, I guess.
But as soon, I mean, literally seconds after the director said that and started to turn himself around, the poor red shirt, who was carrying Ivan
Poor
by this
Ivan
point,
too, man. The guy's even just like,
they
I
just
was
get-
better off dead.
they get hit with what is literally, I'm not even joking. If you look at this, it looks like a
Giant
800
Thor's
foot
hammer.
tall hammer.
Yeah.
It looks like an 800 foot tall hammer is swinging back
It's
and
not
forth
a
pendulum
clock
style.
pendulum. It is a fucking hammer.
Well, and it's not even like a pendulum because it's not hitting the same place, right? Like
No,
it's
it
like
moves
it's on like
forward.
an elliptical.
It's got a pivot point
Yeah,
on
it
it.
is smashing through the bridge that they're standing on.
Poor
Hellboy
fucking guy.
grabs fucking Manning and
Just
tosses him.
chucks him through the other fucking door,
And
right?
then he realizes he's in shit and he starts running.
A couple of
after him.
epic little jumps
Yeah.
and dives. He makes it though. It's all good.
He makes it
right into Cronin's lair.
right.
That is
Yeah.
exactly where they because they
It's
walk
okay.
in and it's like you hear the creepy old timey music.
Well,
right?
well, this has got to be said. Like we know it's Cronin's lair. They don't know yet.
Yeah.
They get a little bit down the hallway, and all of a sudden the hallway turns into
Knives,
blades.
like blades sticking out from the wall.
And as soon as they see the blades, Hellboy can see Cronin.
yeah,
Right? Which would theoretically means Manning can see Cronin and should know he needs to be extra careful.
extra careful and quiet.
Instantaneously.
Cuts his fucking hand
And
Ouch!
screams.
Why'd you? Why,
Like a little bitch.
yeah, ouch! Like real loud. Even Hellboy like looks at him like.
Well,
"Seriously?"
Hellboy turns and looks at him and then turns back and Cronin's
Cronin's
gone.
gone.
Oh, fuck.
Yep. So now we're gonna have a
They go in. Here's
problem.
Cronin.
Yep.
showing off the blade skills again, doing the.
He pops up in front of Manning and stuff like right after Manning's like, man, that cut me pretty deep, and then he gets the big slash on his arm. Like how you like that for deep?
Such a funny thing too. He's like, got me pretty deep. And he's like, of all the things you're worried about right now,
I'd be more worried about this guy. She's like, hey, I love his response when he gets cut. He's like, hey, what's wrong with you?
Well, but so I love this though, because he starts doing the blade tricks, and Hellboy's just like, fuck that shit, and hits him with the Inigo Montoya of it all with a you killed my father.
I'm going to kick your ass.
I
just starts laying that hammer down.
I was just like, stop it right now. I can't believe we just went Princess Bride on his ass.
This is the one fight I felt needed to be longer. Like the other ones in the movie go pretty long. This one I felt was really short.
This was so great.
It was good, but I felt like it needed to go a little longer.
I guess. I liked it. This is the only time where I thought the distraction point to end the fight was good.
He throws the cogs.
Yes. And he's just like,
don't even think about it. He's like, did you seriously just fucking throw that shit at me?
Cronin turns around and looks back at Manning, and it's one of those, because like every other time it happens, you see it coming, right?
Yeah.
This is the one time where you're like, you weren't really thinking, because Hellboy is hanging in a spot where like
he's over the pit with the spikes.
Yeah, you don't see the immediate out, right? Every other time you're like, oh, it's setting up for him to be distracted
because he's hanging by like a regular ass rope.
This time you were like, Hellboy's about to die. He can't do anything with that distraction.
Fucking cog from nowhere just pings off the helmet,
and then he throws the rope up, grabs him around the neck,
pulls him in,
stabs him, right?
Right.
And he knows that's not enough, and we see Hellboy walk out of frame and come back
with the god-awfulest fucking big cogwheel and just drops it on him.
Chucks it in.
Even if it doesn't kill him, he is trapped. He is not going anywhere.
He is at this point a mechanical man living forever on that spike.
Yeah, he is there for the rest of eternity.
And then we get the Manning and Hellboy have their bonding
or the
moment.
Cigar.
Yeah, they have their bonding moment.
He's trying to light it. He's like, no. You got to use a wooden match.
Preserves the flavor,
right?
And as soon as he does, like Hellboy literally is like,
"Thanks,
thank you. That is much better.
That is actually much better."
Nice. It was a
then
good
we
moment.
go over to
good moment. Now we'll switch over to our
Myers
other team,
and Liz, our other team.
Yeah, it's Meyer, Liz, our other red shirt. Who will also bite it like the other red shirt. We say this because it fits.
It fits. It's because it's what happens.
It's in my notes.
Yeah, red shirt.
Yeah, it's in my notes.
Mine too.
They are total red shirts.
They are red shirts. But Myers is trying to he's like, oh, that's why Hellboy's mad at me. He thinks you and me are like dating.
Which is outrageous because we didn't address this. Because the date scene kind of, it drags on and we didn't want to drag on with it.
Yeah.
But he definitely knew that was a date.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely, the conversation was like it was a date. He was doing date things with the arm. It was a date. And he is now trying to have this conversation with her like, what?
Was it? Are we like, is that true? Do you actually like me?
If you asked me, this is the moment he lost her.
Oh, yeah.
He lost her.
Totally was.
Because he had no confidence in where they had already got to.
Yeah. And that's why she's just like, fucking red, white, they're all the same. Men suck. And just kind of walks off.
Exactly, though.
Ooh,
he
buddy.
lost it right there, and it's gone. Never getting
it back.
Dumbass.
Yeah, it doesn't help that they immediately walk into
I know,
evil dog hound room.
But again, if anything,
terrible timing all the fuck around.
It actually may have helped him because if she thought longer about it, she may have gotten angry.
Yeah, might have got mad about it, turn around, slap
At least this way, it just ended the conversation.
Yeah, it's like, we can't discuss this anymore. Evil dog hound.
Yeah, so while they're in there, we see that these fucking crazy Sammys don't just live in water. It's like bile. It's like literally stomach acid water. It looks disgusting.
It's gross looking.
I can't believe they're walking through it like it's okay.
Yeah, I'd be afraid it would eat through my shoe.
This is also the point where we start to see them all come to the realization that when one dies,
more come.
Well, because they're starting to see the flames and the eggs instantly hatch. They're like, oh, wait, that happened and that happened at the same time.
That's not good.
Oh, shit.
Poor red shirt's like, dude, look, your grenades, use them. As soon as he starts to try fuck with it, like 5 of them jump on him and tear him apart.
And
Liz is like...
Well, Liz
she
on the radio,
radios
like,
the
Marco.
radio. We didn't even mention.
Oh
This
yeah,
earlier.
the call. If
Well,
you're in
because when
trouble.
she mentions earlier when they use the radio, she does it talking to Hellboy as if everybody can't hear, but then Myers instantly also talks on the radio to prove that everybody could hear. You know, Hellboy was like, "You're gonna need to make sure to keep them safe, or you make sure they all turn on their safety thing, right?"
Yeah,
like,
their little
and it was like,
doohickey.
why did you say she needs to do that if everybody can
could
hear your
you?
comm?
I don't know.
Right? It was weird. I only bring that up because they're using the same comms right now.
Right. She hits the
mind
safe
you,
word.
I point this out because no one in that group addressed anything they may have heard from the director or Hellboy dealing with Cronin. But instantly, the moment she has a problem,
he is smashing
the
through the
Hellboy
fucking
can hear
floor.
it. Yeah.
He is a boom.
Hellboy, he busts his way straight down,
Through the
gets to
ceiling.
her. He's fighting them off. Too many. This is the
even
moment
he's
where
about to
they
go down.
Well, this is the moment where they really piece together. Like, there's a whole bunch of eggs. We got to figure out how to stop the eggs. Not just them. We deal with the eggs first, then we can deal with those.
So,
and she has the genius idea. And again, this is awesome because so far the most we've seen from her is accidental burn down a church.
Yeah.
And
I
a
can
tiny
light
flame
my
from a
on
hand.
fire, right?
She turns and looks to Myers and says, "Hit me."
What?
He said, "What?" She said, "Hit me, bitch."
Right? Slap the shit out of me. I need to get pissed off so I can burn flame this whole
He hits
area.
her, and she then comes back with,
You should be
"You
running.
should be running."
Oh, fuck. He dives behind the rock,
That
right?
line is great. That is
Right?
one of the most quotable lines from the movie. You should be running.
But she does. She goes all fucking full fire.
Oh, she burns everything.
Explodes all of it.
The main reason I pointed out to you that this was not water, that it was some other kind of liquid. You know, water boils at a low temperature. It's fine. Whatever this was would have taken a lot to boil because this is like
and she's
guts and bile.
She steps in it and
it
evaporates.
instantly is gone.
Yeah.
This bitch is
It's that magic.
This
blue
bitch is
fire.
cooking with fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she goes in. Sammy is no longer an issue.
Nope.
We've
We
dealt
won,
with-
right? That's the end of the movie.
Oh, fuck
Hooray.
no. We've not even close.
Oh, okay.
We've
There's
we
a
have
whole-
dealt
there's
with
a- there's a
we've
whole-
dealt with the bump in the night.
Yep.
I'll give you that.
The bee threat?
Yeah. But now we still have to deal with Rasputin,
Rasputin.
our main bad guy.
Who shows up right about now because everybody's all unconscious.
Well, they're all like half,
and
like
half burnt
they
to
got no
death.
power left,
Right.
Yeah. Because despite Hellboy being okay with fire, he was so beat down.
He's beat to
Yeah.
shit. Like,
the fire
nine
isn't
of
what
those
did this
dogs
to him.
just
Yeah,
tearing
but-
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of him.
But so he is now able to put Liz on an altar.
Hellboy
Is stocks,
chained
right?
in the
Isn't that what it
stocks,
is?
right?
Yeah.
Special magic ones, right? So he can't. So even he can't break out. And Myers is just kind of chained to a rock because, fuck
Yeah, I
him.
mean he's just a dude.
He's just a dude.
But so
He's not important.
As soon as Hellboy wakes up, he gets told by Rasputin, "Oh, you don't know who you are. You don't know what your purpose is. Let me educate you." And he educates him, tells him, "This right here,
See this
this
big
is
pillar
this
thing?
magical doorway. You are a key. You are nothing else." Mind you, we've seen the flashback. He is more than just a key. He is literally supposed to be a god in this dimension,
Yeah, right.
When his horns, we didn't want to
That's
talk about
God
it.
mode.
We saved it to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Even earlier, we saw a split-second vision
During the
right
when he gave him to
Yeah.
Dr. Broom.
So we know that these horns come out, and he literally has a crown of fire.
And smoke comes out of his mouth. He is fire god at this point.
Yes.
Right?
So this man is important,
yeah.
and Rasputin is just acting like he is nothing. You know what I mean? Like he's still treating him like before. Like, you are my tool. You are my thing to
Right.
use.
You are just my asset that I need right
Again,
now.
proving-
So stick your arm in the hole
But again,
and light the thing.
he is so much more.
right.
The crown of fire, I think, proves that he's more than that.
Just
right?
But he's all cocky and shit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
Well,
I
'cause-
know your name.
Well, whereas Rasputin thinks that, again, his
Yeah.
hubris is showing, much like it
Oh,
did the first
dude.
time. He always thinks he can control these things, and he never can.
Nope.
What happened the first time? He got spit.
Yeah,
he
spit
disappeared
into the
for
portal.
50 years.
Yeah.
And we can assume he actually died because he mentions dying a lot.
yeah, he just comes back.
So again,
apparently.
he probably died.
the whole problem here is he thinks he can fucking just manipulate Hellboy into doing what he wants with no consequences.
Well, and he doesn't.
He forgot about choice.
Well, not only that, like the problem here is like even if he got what he wanted right now, right? Like even if the movie doesn't end the way we see it, if he got him to open up the portal and bring in the fucking weird giant Cthulhu's cosmic squid, what happens if the actual demon crowned god thing isn't on your side? You're not controlling that thing.
Yeah, no,
he was controlling that thing.
I would imagine it's about what's about to happen here in a little bit.
It's the same
just
but different.
Giant tentacle smash.
It's just the same but different,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Bigger tentacle.
Yeah, bigger tentacle. Exactly. So again, like at no point was he ever getting what he wanted.
No.
He was so
Deluded
that he thought he could get what he wanted. Yeah.
Totally.
Um,
But to force Hellboy into
he
doing
takes
it,
the soul.
he takes Liz's soul.
Yet another
sucks it right fucking out of
last second MacGuffin
thing
power that he has.
Yeah,
We've
just,
never seen
I
this.
can just do this.
I can suck souls out of people.
At least it's not out of their ass like fucking
Yeah,
Bubba
I get. I'll
Hotep.
give you that. That's good.
He
But so
went out
does.
the mouth.
He sucks her soul, and
Hellboy kind of breaks.
he says, "Okay, I'm going to do it."
I'm gonna do
We
it.
see horns
Yeah, horns come out.
grow, crown
The whole thing.
start to form.
Remember? We just
met
talked
flames.
about
He shoves his hand in again.
it. So he has to
I
do
have
it
a
twice.
Well, I have a
guess.
problem with this. I feel like maybe Hellboy is not the actual key. Hellboy is like
Half the
part
key?
of the key.
Yeah.
Well, because think about it, right? It was his right hand.
Yeah. But there's another hole.
And the hole would have been right where a left hand would be. But his left hand isn't that way.
No. Might not have worked at all.
Is he a half soul?
Ooh. So there's
Somewhere
like
there's like a
another-
full brother
so
of
he has
his
like
who
the
is a
stone hand
full-blood
on the
one?
other hand.
He has both?
So they got to be together to really
Or-
open the portal.
I don't know, but you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it seemed weird. I wouldn't have cared if both holes were on opposite sides of the stone, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd have been like, fine, he unlocks one, he unlocks the other. But literally, since it looks like he's supposed to face them and it's supposed to be just a person punching both hands at the same time, is the reason why I'm like, is he the key for this key lock?
one?
Right? Like, is he a key for a different lock, but he can somehow make this one
He
work?
sticks his arm in and it just says access denied. Just
Right? Well, I
pops
mean,
up.
it just seems so weird for him to have to do it once.
I'm sorry, you have the wrong demon.
Because, like, what happened? Like, the first one, like, opens the portal? What was the second one doing?
Keeps it open?
You
Question
see
mark?
what I'm saying? Did we even need that? It was already starting to
Yeah, it
come
was
through.
already coming through. What do we need the other one for?
It was very weird.
I don't know.
But so he opens up one. He starts to go for the other one, right? Like he's so suckered in.
Yeah.
At this point, I would even say like beyond
Doesn't give a
it's not
shit.
even him. It's like
Yeah.
genetically like coming out, right? Like just like his body
He
knows
grew the horns and
what
he
he's
just
supposed to
immediately
do.
instinctively
Yeah, right?
started.
And then Myers breaks free of his shackles, grabs his crucifix down on the ground, his rosary,
Remember who you are.
throws it out, and he catches it. And as soon as he catches it, Hellboy catches it, and it burns his hand. And we see cross burned into his hand. So this is the point. He breaks free,
Yep.
and he realizes who he is. And who he is the kind of person that saves kittens.
Exactly.
Is the kind of person who feels for a world that doesn't feel for him.
Kind of guy who eats cookies and milk with a little kid on a fucking pigeon coop.
Right?
Right? He's a nice fucking guy.
He's a guy who's ready to make the kind of sacrifice a religion that doesn't exist in their world or
Right.
shouldn't exist in their world or that I don't understand in their world also had, right? It's a man who's about to sacrifice himself, as far as he knows,
Yeah.
for everybody
Everything
else.
else. Yeah.
And so he
He's a
says,
good dude.
fuck this noise.
Does the
Grabs his horns with his own two bare
You know
hands
this had to hurt.
and snaps them
them
bitches off.
Stabs Rasputin with fucking one, right? Just like, fuck you, I chose.
The portal closes, cuts off one of them fucking cosmic space tentacles.
Right, and it just
that thing
fades
learns
into
its fucking
dust,
lesson
right?
and goes
Like,
away.
Fuck you, freezing space, bitch.
Movie
Movie over, right?
No. You still keep wanting it to be done, but every time this
It keeps
fucking
acting
movie,
like it's gonna be over. It's just a joke.
Rasputin comes through with another goddamn speech. This man in
you
his speeches.
killed me, child, but
you
you have
didn't-
unleashed a god.
Well, because he told us earlier that every time he died, he came back.
a little bit of the master comes back with him.
Well, he didn't even say master at first, right? He was just like, something comes back. And
Shows
then he
the
showed
little
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
squiggles go up his arm and shit.
And now we see. So my question at this point, though, really becomes the thing in space, not his master.
no.
But he still wanted it to come. He was going to let Hellboy bring it, right? But at the beginning of the movie, he also told Broom, you should have killed him when he was...
Yeah, when you first found him.
What did Rasputin want?
Everything and nothing.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the man literally said you should have killed it because that's going to be the end of our world. Like, he didn't want that.
Yeah.
Then he was like, no, I needed him. He's part of my plan.
So I
Well,
can
what did you
destroy the
want?
world.
Oh, okay. But then he was like, oh, but my God
Lives
can now come
in
through.
me.
What did this man want?
He just has a bunch of contingency plans. Like
That's
anytime,
good. That's
like
right.
one
I guess
failed,
after
I got
us-
another one.
I guess
and a
after us
backup with a
complaining
backup
about
with a
how
backup.
sometimes they don't have enough contingencies, this is good.
Rasputin
they had more
was
than
a
he had
fucking
too many.
consummate planner. Like he had a backup for everything.
And so they do.
The
He
little
snaps
tiny-
into.
little squid monster pops out of his chest.
Well, and it gets bigger
starts
and bigger
growing.
and bigger and bigger. And Hellboy and Myers run out.
They take Liz. and
They've got
everything.
Liz draped over the shoulder.
Right.
Drop her down. Hellboy looks at Myers and he's like, "Look, bud,"
I got
because
gr-
Myers at first makes it sound like he was going to do it. He's like, "I grabbed the grenades.
I got the grenades. He's
like,
like
he
good.
was going to go back in."
Yeah.
And Hellboy goes, "Yoinks!
Yep, give me those.
I'm going to do this," which already just makes sense. Fire doesn't
Yeah.
hurt him.
And he's like, don't worry
How
about
big
it.
can
How
it
big
be?
can it be? A big, huge tentacle comes and grabs him and just yanks him in
Granted,
there.
I'll
It's
point out
always
it's
the
not
back
well,
of the
and it's
head,
not
you
as
noticed?
big as the one in space. I will give you
Yeah,
that.
but it's still pretty fucking
It's still-
huge.
it's breaking out of the building structure.
It's sticking up through the roof.
Yeah. And this was already like 12 stories underground,
Right,
right?
so
Because this
that's-
was under the mausoleum.
It's easily 60, 70 feet tall, right?
But so we can do this quick.
Big
They
fight.
dance it out, but really all
It
that happens
swallows
here,
him
right?
with the
Hellboy
grenades.
teases him until he eats him.
And then the grenades blow up, and it blows up from the inside.
And Hellboy, I mean, this isn't even one of those movies where they even give you like a second to think he actually died. Like literally,
No, he
the
just
second
flies
it
out.
exploded, you see him fly out the mouth, and you know he's
Right?
okay.
Stands up, takes his jacket off, just kind of leaves.
All in a day's
badass.
work.
Yep.
That's what he said,
Be
all in a
sore
day's
tomorrow.
work.
Right.
Covered in a new shade of demon blood. Like, right? We've seen a lot of demon blood
Bright blue.
in this movie. It's usually green.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of green in
a lot
this
of green.
movie.
This is like bright acid blue. It's very
Well,
pretty.
it's like a bluish purple.
Yeah,
It's
it's
almost like
very-
that royal purple,
It's
right?
very
Like
pretty.
deep purple.
I liked it.
Deep purple. Not the band.
Not the band. Good band, but not what we're talking about.
Um,
And then he goes to Liz. She's still unconscious. And
she hasn't come back. Rasputin, this I have a problem.
he whispers.
He
at
brings her back, right? Yeah,
and
yeah.
she
He
comes
whispers,
back.
and he tells us that he whispered something along the lines of telling the demons in hell that if you don't give her back, I'll show up and I'm gonna kick
I'll
your
kick
ass.
your ass. So give her
And that's
back.
great. I love that. It's sweet. It's touching.
Yeah, it's
they
very
have their
nice.
moment. They kiss. Again, Meyer sees it. He knows they're done.
Yep.
All of that, though, if Rasputin died, right,
Yeah.
and he had consumed her soul, does it matter who he spoke to in the underworld?
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
Would he have had to like talk to Rasputin and be like, "Hey, give her
Well,
back"?
But what
Or
I'm
did it
saying is
just-
when he got consumed, is he even there?
Yeah.
The way this world works in Lovecraftian stuff is very strange.
Yeah.
Souls,
Can be destroyed.
well,
So
and if it was
his-
eaten and then by him, and then he is just, I mean, he is,
Yeah, he's
he doesn't
gone.
exist
No.
anymore. He blew up from the inside out.
Yeah, he did.
Shouldn't she be gone?
Yeah. She should
Cease, I mean,
or there should have been more to it than just whispering at
Thank
her,
you.
"Hey, I'm going to come kick your ass."
thank you. That was my point. I love the moment.
Maybe pull the medallion thing
Yes,
out
thank you.
from
Something,
some kind
something.
of magic.
I
Give me
love
an
the moment.
incantation.
It was beautiful. It was touching. It
Yeah.
was great.
Needed a little more. It was a little bland. I get what you're saying. It's just kind of like, I have magic whisper powers.
And right now, I want to point out, though, she's making out with him, right?
And then everything catches
Well,
on fire.
And she
and-
catches on fire. Is she the sister to Wilder and Wallace? We see that she has fire powers. I've been waiting all movie to say this
She
to you. I've been
might-
waiting for the whole thing to tell
She
this to
might
you
be.
because
It's their long lost
the
sister.
last one is the one that really seals it, right?
Yeah.
Like in my notes, I mentioned it once earlier, and I was just like as a joke. But then I was like at the end, I was like, I gotta do this. But yeah, I mean,
She's Van Wilder's fucking sister.
intimate relations is what caused Wilder and Wallace to have their fire problems.
Because they're like, oh, saw your love written across the
Right?
sky. If you
So I'm
listen
just
to that
saying,
episode.
is she their long lost sister?
Confirmed.
All right.
That is Wilder Napalm's long lost sister.
Okay.
Liz.
Yeah. Last thing before we
Just
go,
to connect it into that episode.
we got two things to end with here. One, as we've said, the movie hammers at home one last time to make sure you're paying attention. It's not how you start / what you're born into,
Yeah. It's how you
but
finish.
how you decide to finish / the life you actually lead.
Yes.
That's the whole point of this
Whole
movie,
point
right?
of the movie.
You don't let people dictate what your life is supposed to
Just
be.
because you're a big red monster doesn't
You
mean you
live
have
the
to be
life
evil.
you know you have, right?
Right.
Great meaning, great story, great everything. Credits roll, end of everything. Nope, wait.
No, there's more.
Mid credit. Again, this is pre-end credits. This is
Right,
pre
like,
we're
gonna
tying
let him
into
go
a
for
big
like 3 minutes and then
Yeah,
we're gonna throw it
well,
in.
and like tie story stuff in or anything
Yeah.
like that. This is a gag reel mid credits era,
Yeah.
right? And so that's what we get. We get a gag reel mid credit where it's just they go back because this is something that is funny. They don't go back to him. Much like I made fun of Abe earlier in the movie, how they didn't actually go back to him. The same thing did happen to director Manning,
They left him in the
right?
fucking.
He
I'm still down here.
Hellboy told him, "You stay here." It was
It's
literally
very
a scene in the movie.
He's
He
even
said,
like, "Can you hurry up? It's really spooky." And they just left
Hellboy
him.
told him, "You wait here until I come back,"
Yeah.
and then he forgot he told him that.
Just fucking left
Yeah.
him there. He's still in Moscow.
All right, that's it though.
That's
Credits
it.
roll.
Into the
Great
fucking
movie.
movie.
Beer,
Strong.
amazing, strong.
Is stout
Can definitely tell.
good Russian stout.
This is probably a long episode. I would imagine.
It's our fault. We're sorry. We had fun. And it's a longer movie than we
Yeah, it's a
usually do.
2-hour movie.
Yeah,
So I mean,
usually
again,
ours
usually
are-
we're roughly 10 to 15 minutes of when the actual movie length is. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it ends up being over 2 hours, it's still within what we would expect. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's horrible, but I'm just saying like I know it definitely is long, guys.
But you'll enjoy it anyway.
The beer was great, and that definitely committed to that length.
To the length.
You guys know I've said this before. This isn't a secret. The stronger the beer, the longer we
the-
talk.
yeah,
It's
the
not on
more
purpose. It just
tangents
tends
we
to
go
happen.
on.
Yeah. So I think we just need to wrap it up. I mean, again, I can go on about this. It is dark. It is toasty. It is roasty.
It is everything you would really want from a stout.
Yeah,
Right?
it's great. I love
You
it.
like a stout? Try the North Coast Old Rasputin.
Now, on that note, what are we drinking next time?
Next time we're going to do the Abita Alpha Gator Imperial IPA.
So not an imperial stout.
No, it's just an Imperial IPA.
So
the Old Rasputin is
So-
an
so like a
Imperial
cousin?
stout.
it's like a cousin.
Yes.
I mean, we don't know enough about beer.
What the fuck makes it Imperial?
I don't know.
Somebody tell me in the comments
Hopefully before
section.
next week.
Yeah, right. So I can sound smart.
All right. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we are too, man. All right, you ready to go bump back?
We should call them Sammys.